Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here. We're a wee tiny bit late. It's my fault. Sorry, guys. But we're here for the Sorare Deadline Show. As ever, we're live on Quinny 3001, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and everything else in between. And I'm joined, as ever, by my co-pilot, Harry Trades. Harry, good to see you, mate.
Yeah, good to see you, mate. I haven't spoken to you actually this week. You've been busy, haven't you, to be fair? So, yeah, nice to get back with you, and another big weekend ahead of us.
Yeah, I was hanging out with an American family earlier this week, and you're in America, so that's kind of funny, isn't it? But yeah, it's been all battle stations, all things go for me. And yeah, Harry boy, Mr. Midweek, do you have anything for us?
I do, mate. Fortunately, I do. I do have something to feast your eyes on. I've won 3 cards this week. When was the last time I've ever won 3 cards?
Mr. Midweek turning up to the deadline.
Finally, I've had a little bit of luck. I don't know, maybe just got my things right for once. But yeah, I had a real sweat in Cap 240 Super. Just wasn't to be, though, to get the W. What was I, 27 points away in the end. And the Liga did get one big chance miss. So it wouldn't have really meant much. But yeah, no, I'm buzzing to get a tier 3 there. I got my onions wrong again here. I thought Batakochap would start. He didn't. And that cost me. Look how low the score. Obviously, there was loads of goalkeepers, Quinny. I don't know if you know, but basically everyone got rested. Like Van der Voort didn't play, Chevalier didn't play. There was loads. Anyway, so look how low the scores are. Like, you literally needed 355 points for a tier 2, which is just mental, right? You don't see that very often. And then this Cap 220 throwaway team completely just went berserk, apart from Van Heck. Romero wasn't going to play anyway, but regardless, managed, cheeky little card there. And other than that, I had a little Cisse red card, which was nice. This was the most frustrating thing, though. I was flying after my J-League boys kicked on, and then Barrial was on the bench, and Ferreira's game was cancelled. So this really hurt. I can't lie. This was painful. But yeah, we've managed to win elsewhere in that sense. And you know what? I'm just going to take it, mate, because I've been on a bit of a dry. I've been winning threshold, but I've not been winning cards for a little while. So you know what? We're going to definitely take it. And yeah, move on to this big weekend, ahead of us.
I think I just managed to scrape a tier 5 just about myself. It was definitely one of those midweeks where, see, right at the deadline for this one, Harry, I was to and froing. I was in York for the deadline. It was like the morning we were coming back. And I decided against not stacking Real Sociedad in like my main team and just putting them to the side. And they were the first game that kicked off, and it just pure bit me in the bum right quickly. I should have had them in my best team, and alas, I never. But we roll on. Well done this week, Harry boy, on the Mr. Midweek in it again as pair. And yeah, there's a bunch of Sorare scouts and managers that are joining us live as ever, Harry, for the deadline stream. If you are joining us on Facebook, it's super important that when you get in, as you get comfy, you hit that like button, you support the channel, you support the stream, and hopefully we can be found by more Sorare scouts and managers around the world as well, because this is the deadline stream where we're about the latest and greatest of detail. We're looking at predicted 11s, the head count on the divisions, where should we be playing our cards, who are we avoiding, and all that good stuff in between. And the more people we have, the merrier to help with that, Harry boy. So if you are on YouTube, drop a like when you're here and get involved. We do have a little bit of giveaway action to get done today. Patron saint of the channel, SR Monkey, has been in full effect again. I pressed the wrong button. I went to share the screen and I stopped sharing. But he has dropped in already a beautiful card that we're going to give away. I think we'll do this one by... we'll do this one in the YouTube chat itself. So where is it? There we go. Boom. And it is a lovely, one of your favourites, Harry boy, a forward 3-dimensional golden Dwight McNeil. Still under 23? No. Yes, he is.
Ooh, I think one more year. Yeah.
One more year. So yeah, Everton, I'm not sure who they've got this weekend, but we Dwighty boy, he's good for it. He knows what he knows how to get a score on him. And yeah, that'll be given away to someone in the YouTube live stream later on in the stream today. So make sure, we do need to hit a like goal, guys. So make sure when you do get in here, you smash the like button and get comfy and buckle up. Let us know as well in the live chat, first of all, what you're aiming for this week. Are you pushing for a big division? There's no monthlies on the go. Does that change your perspective at all? Are you going after caps? Are you going after a region? What do you make of the rotation midweek? Is that something that you're trying to shuffle against or shuffle into? Let us know what you're up to, and me and Harry Boy will chew that over as we get going. But probably the last thing, Harry, that I'll mention So I'll give away a card as well to someone else on Twitter, because we're getting quite a lot of views on Twitter as well. So if you are watching on Twitter, hit the like button, hit the retweet, and drop a wee comment down below and let me know your priority division. I'll mention that again later, because I know Twitter, you might watch it for 5 minutes and then come back to it or something. But anyway, we'll try and cover everyone here as well. But the other thing I would talk about, Harry, for 2 seconds, right before we get into the usual, is we had a little bit of this in the midweek, and I feel that this is something that we're going to be talking about forevermore, because I like it. It feels fun, and it feels like we're all engaged with it a little bit as well. And it's the game we indulged in last week, and it is Frimpong or Grimaldo. And this midweek, Grimaldo DNP'd, killed a lot of lineups. And it was Frimpong who got the decisive, dropped in a wee cheeky 60 points. And I've got to admit, this one knocked me right out of left field. Didn't expect Nchape to be back, and didn't expect to see Stanisic and Frimpong start. They went away to Molde. They got the 2-1 win in the end. But it was Frimpong over Grimaldo, Harry boy.
Yeah, I saw that, to be fair. I saw your tweet as well. I laughed. But no, I mean, the weekend we mentioned it, didn't Grimaldo go off a little bit? I'm sure he popped off, didn't he? That specific weekend.
Yes.
And unfortunately, Frimmy didn't. But yeah, this week round, it was, change of the tide. And yeah, it came up at one point that he had 2 goals, but I think he got taken off and, obviously got the one. But I didn't really expect both of them to play, like you said, Stanisic and Frimpong, and fair play. So it's 1-1 then, basically, right? This weekend is the decider between the Frimmy and Grimaldo. Little battle, but no, they won 2-1 in the end, right?
Yeah, 2-1, which it was a hard away game. I was surprised how much they actually rotated for that, So yeah, surprising. I was killed off by Wirtz not starting. That really did, because he gets subbed off 60 minutes in this game last weekend. So that really knocked me through a hoop, and it did feel like one of those midweeks that everyone had a story like that. Everyone had a guy that just died, DNP'd out of nowhere. Mortal Kombat is happening on the poll. So Frimpong or Grimaldo, guys, while you're here, drop the vote and let me know what you think for Leverkusen this week when we get to that. But yeah, got a lot of fist bumps have been done as well, Harry boy. And where are we at? We've been going for about 7 minutes. I'm just going to catch up with a few, because there's a few just kind of coming in. A few kind of requests, Harry, coming in, like looking for goalkeepers, especially. We've got one here from Mickey Flynn, who's after rare keepers under half an ETH and so. And then we've got somebody else asking about goalkeepers. Oh no, that's a forward. Sorry, Parrot Press is struggling for for just a Champ Euro forward. It's funny because when you look at every scarcity, the main ones that are hard to get, great reliability, points per pound, is goalkeeper and forward. How have you found the early season in because goalkeepers, guys dying, being good, or whatever, and strikers kind of go through some of the same things. Have you been hitting good by your guys, or are you frustrated like some of the other guys in the chat?
Yeah, there's been some. I think the biggest thing in football, man, is just things come in waves. Luck comes in waves. Form, obviously, the biggest one, I guess, and going off what happened last season is normally one of the worst indicators for what's going to happen this season. As far as players go, example, Rodrigo, he hasn't scored in 8 games. He scored in the first game of the season and he has had decisive since. He's had a few assists or whatever, but he hasn't actually scored a goal. And little things like that, where because he did X, Y, and Z last year, you expect him to do A, B, and C this year, and it doesn't really work like that. And I think form, trying to sort of find out who are, I know it's easier said than done, but in these, what have we had, 7 or 8 games maybe so far, or more with Europe, obviously, but league games, who has really kicked on. And if you can, I think Channy did really well getting that Boniface in quite quickly in that sense. If you can recognize him 2 or 3 games in, 8 games in is too late in that sense. No one's going to buy a Boniface now unless you've just got seriously deep pockets, right? Or you win one, because his price is just at a point where he's just scoring every game. So it's really tough to look back at last year and go, oh well, he didn't do anything, he won't do anything again, or he did do something, so he's definitely going to do something again. Do you know what I'm saying? I think it's so sporadic in that sense. You've just got to be on the ball. You've just got to be just kind of just sniffing out any little opportunities, because things too many things surprise you. Nobody saw this. I know Boniface, was decent last year, and whatever league he was playing in. I can't remember. He was in the Belgian league, right? Yeah, Belgian league. So like, you knew he was a good player and stuff, but like, did you know he was going to adapt to Leverkusen this quickly? Probably not. Like, let's be honest. Nobody really thought it would happen this fast in that sense. And to see the scores in SO5, like number 4, which is the biggest thing. And yeah, mate, it's just weird how like little sort of intricate things like that, happens. And goalkeeper wise for Bruggen, I kind of knew that there was going to be a rotation this year in that sense, but I held on to him, and I've just got to be patient in that sense with him. But the only reason I can do that is because I have other goalies I can rely on, right? So it's all about having that depth and being able to take risks like that. But no, mate, it's weird, especially with forwards. It's so hard to get like a forward that scores every game. Like, obviously, right? That's easy because they're just so expensive, or they just don't do that. Otherwise, they'd be one of the best players in the world, right? So, mate, it's weird when forwards are really, really tough this year, especially under 23. Like, it's so hard to get a consistent, just like a consistent scorer other than Boniface.
Yeah, for sure. And I think like that's part of the fun for actual Sorare itself. Is like, I think anyone who had a Boniface who got him early enough would have seen him play for Leverkusen or seen him playing last year. Because just looking at SO5 scores, like, I didn't jump right into him, even though I was quite excited about Xabi Alonso and Leverkusen, for example. But you do... Oh, see you later, Harry. He'll be back in a minute, I'm sure. But you have to kind of use the historic stats of what's gone before. So when you see Boniface moving to Leverkusen, you look at guys like Schick, and you look at Asmun, and you look at whoever else they've had playing up front, and you think, well, best case scenario, he's like 10% better than them. And that's not always... I've got Harry is in here, but he's not in here. Oh, there he is. He's back. So, yeah, I think the eye test goes a bit further on Sorare than maybe it first meets the eye, But Harry boy, thanks for rejoining us, mate.
No, yeah, I don't know what happened then, to be fair. Wi-Fi got a bit weird. Moldy saying I owe Clavis an apology because I said Leo would beat him by 5 or 6. Well, no, but nobody foresaw them rotating like the amount that they did, I don't think. And yeah, they heavily rotate. I don't think David started. Obviously, goalie didn't. So yeah, that kind of plays into it, if we're being honest, right?
Yeah, Sven here talking about some trading moves as well, poker facing it up, as it were. So good to see you, Sven. Fist bump, my man. I didn't put over, and then we're talking about Classic a bit more, I think, in the chat. Harry boy, it feels like that time. We're settled, we're comfy. There's about 100 Sorare scouts and managers here already, but guys, the likes are on the floor. If you're on YouTube, get your phone out your pocket, flip the keyboard open, whatever you need to do, hit the like button, put it back in your pocket, get back to whatever you were up to, Hoover in the living room or whatever it might be. I know a lot of people are passing the time getting ready for the deadline, and they're just after that latest and greatest news, Harry boy. So let's have a look at this matchup, Stab. Who are the Sharks? Who are the Demons that we're trying to stay away from?
Some big guns, mate. There's some big guns with some really good fixtures this weekend. And obviously, yeah, I mean, I don't really understand. I've never really been able to understand this matchup indicators too well, but unfortunately, Bayern have no green colors in their, 4 positions for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're top of the tree, which, Freiburg played yesterday, wasn't it, against West Ham, at home in that sense. Obviously, you've got to travel to Munich, but yeah, after Bayern kind of, do we say struggled against Copenhagen? I didn't watch the game fully, but the scoreline would suggest that, right? We'd have to be, they might have dominated possession, but that doesn't mean anything, unfortunately, in these days. And I don't know. It is obviously a good fixture, but Freiburg are no mugs. Like, they're no Bochum, are they? Like, it's good, but is it like that good? I'm not sure.
It's been a last minute change to this. Upamecano must have passed a fitness test because he's went from 20% to 85%. I think the main benefit here is Bayern at home. Bayern played earlier in the week, so they've just got a couple of days on Freiburg. And off the top of my head, without looking at it, I don't think Freiburg are in that great form at the moment. Atubolo, you just need to look at the goalkeeper scores. L5 is 41, so they're not keeping clean sheets and stuff. So, I think although those matchup scores don't look that great, I think it's just a case of 83% chance of winning, and then maybe the head-to-head probably swings in their favour on the Sorare data metrics. Last time Freiburg have played Bayern and that kind of thing. So We expect to see Rafi Guerrero come into midfield alongside Kimmich, which I do find surprising, of course. Mazraoui, Kim Min-jae, Upamecano and Davis make up the back four, with maybe Lima coming in at right back. And then again, last minute change. I checked this morning, but Musiala is now on his 55% over Kingsley Coman. So I don't think it's really hard to tell who's it does it. I'm from Munich, giving you the best information about Bayern Munich lineups. Yeah, I think this guy's probably A-okay for it most of the time. So yeah, I think this has been updated like this morning. This last expert update. Yeah, like an hour ago. So we must have Upamecano in fit and maybe some sort of development with Musiala being more capable of starting this game as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's an interesting. The Musiala one's quite interesting. Obviously, they got Muller down as nailed. I guess I think he did well, didn't he, on for the winning goal after off the bench on the midweek against Copenhagen. So yeah, they probably deserves a start this weekend before international break. And yeah, don't get me wrong, it's a great fixture, but I don't know. Do we foresee like a 4-5 I don't know. Maybe I'm just being pessimistic in that sense, and I don't know enough about Freiburg. I must admit, but they're Europa/Conference League team. They're no mugs, are they, in that league? But like you said, maybe form, obviously Bayern at home is a massive factor, isn't it? And yeah, I can see why they're up there, but I can also, there's always one that sneaks up there, isn't there, Quinny? That we kind of, I don't know, and it always feels like it's German based as far as scores, as far as teams go. But I don't know, it's a great fixture. Don't get me wrong. You're going to be playing your Bayern, boys this weekend, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. And then number 2.
Yeah.
It's quite surprisingly high this week.
A little bit, yeah. I think this is more of a reflection on the team they're playing rather than, how good Porto have been. But I watched the Porto-Barca game, to be fair. And you know what? Porto took them to the wire. I got to be honest. Like, they gave them a real good go. They were like, I don't know if they were robbed of a penalty, but Cancelo almost gave away a penalty with a handball shout. They had chances. They took Barca to the wire. They played really well, and that's obviously nothing to do with the league in that sense. But I think they'll take a lot of positives from that, to be honest, and have a good game before this international break. At home. Yeah, like we always say, don't we? Like, there's no like massive SO5 scorers here. If we're being honest, Pepe, Galano might pop off. Taremi's obviously a great striker, obviously if he gets his decisives. But like, there's nothing in that midfield. Estacchio, he's a good player, and so is Varela. I love them both, but SO5 wise, they're not really at the races in that sense, in the roles that they play, right now. So for me, it's just a Diogo Costa, can you keep a clean sheet or not situation, and then it's that front three, I would say, of Taremi, Galano, and Pepe, I would be worrying about. But other than that, mate, yeah, this is like, it's a nice fixture to have second, if that makes sense, if you're playing Challenger and don't own Porto players, because you're not going to see that many of these cards in. Stacked up in that sense.
Well, according to the matchup indicator, this is maybe the game where the midfielders will get some AA, so maybe those low cap scores might come in handy for some Porto cards, you might think, because traditionally they don't bang. But if those indicators, if it's Eustachio, Varela, that guy Barrio, also I didn't watch the game, but you might recognise him for giving the goal away to Gundogan, basically.
Yeah.
So his, he's kind of unknown. I don't think these are obviously reflective of a guy that starts. I've not seen him in the starting lineup, when we do the deadline streams very often. So maybe he's capable of something SO5 wise.
Yeah, that was a weird one why they brought him in for that game. He did it before. I think there was like, I don't know if any Porto fans are in the chat, but basically a couple of years ago he did that in the Champions League. He played that Barrow, at home or whatever to a big team, and it kind of worked. And obviously it didn't work this time around against Barca, unfortunately. And yeah, I can't really see how he's going to start again after what he did. But we all make mistakes, I guess, and it's part of football, isn't it? But yeah, no, I guess I think the next one is the biggest one out of the three for me. Would you agree, Quinny?
Yeah, I'm quite excited about this one as well. And it's McBride that does the play sharper team. So
no slander, basically.
So me and McBride differ on Carter Vickers. I don't think he necessarily starts this game. I think it's more likely to. So Carter Vickers wasn't meant to be back fit until after or during the international break. He's obviously back fit, came off the bench against Lazio, and was pretty fine. I don't think he's going to get 90 minutes either way. But against Kilmarnock, he did have surgery at the back end of last season. He was meant to be back fit beginning of this season, and he had a wee relapse thing. That's why we're missing him. So I would be surprised if we did just throw him into this. Against Kilmarnock, we're going to get like 85% possession in this game, and we're going to have 1,000 passes across the whole team. It is going to be an 8A fest, I think. So I don't know if it's that much of a test on Vickers, but Lagerbielke isn't suspended. He is fit and available. He's been playing progressively better. He's not been bad. And he seems quite happy to play 60 minutes and let somebody else come off the bench, because it happened last week for Phillips to get him prepared to play Lazio because Lagerbielke was suspended. I don't know. I wouldn't be playing my Carter Vickers if you've got one just yet this week. You know, it's kind of what I'm getting at. He could play, but for me, I think 75% is a shade high. I'd maybe think 2/3, maybe 50-50. But I think it's Lagerbielke and Carter Vickers between there. Otherwise, the team pretty much picks itself, except for the left forward or the final forward position, depending if Dyson's on the left or the right. Palma's on here, and it's hard to judge because everyone thought Palma would have started against Lazio after scoring against Motherwell last weekend, but he went with Jun. He gave Jun a good solid 62, 65 minutes, something like that. So I don't know. I think this is really up in the air. Obviously, there's only a Jun card, and if you've got it, you're probably not playing it if I told you he was going to start anyway, because, you know, it's just not that. He's probably not that anyway. So the main cards you're going to be playing, AJ's, Taylor's, the midfield, Kyogo and Dyson, they're all going to play and they're all going to smash. So that'll be good for us who've got Celtic cards. I'll show you the Kilmarnock team if you want to see it too. If any are going for the differential, the giant killing, then that's what we're expecting from Kelly.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, like you said, you only need to look up, you know, Taylor, Hart, McGregor, Hatate, or like the main boys are there. Like you don't really need to worry about the fringes in that sense, do you? And you know the 8, 9, 10, and 11 players on the team sheet. You're just kind of worrying about the first 5 or 6, right? Because you only can play 5 cards in a lineup in that sense. I know you can have multiple lineups, but you know, yeah, the main guys are there, and that's all you need to worry about, I think, with Celtic, right?
Yeah, for sure. Me, SSV, is asking any other sources for predicted lineups. Good one. I've gone with Hart, Taylor, Maeda, Kyogo, and O'Reilly captain, Dom. And that is a great teammate. And if we get the goals, Kyogo and Dyson are great ones to have in. Oh, the great thing about O'Reilly's the best midfielder of the 3 because he's most likely, I don't think this weekend necessarily, but he's most likely to get 90 minutes with like massive AA. Hatate can get massive AA but won't play the 90 minutes, and McGregor will get the 90 minutes but doesn't always have massive AA. So O'Reilly's like the kind of, you know, the best of all. He's the nailed on captain pick, so that's a good one. And obviously we're on after a bit of Liam Scales. Simply Alex, fist bump, my man. Good to see you for the deadline. But yeah, it's going to be a huge Scales weekend. I'm going with that for sure.
Yeah, he's been doing really well, hasn't he? AA scores and what have you so far. But yeah. Okay, so next up we've got Dynamo Zagreb at home to Istra.
Now that midfield score, see that matchup indicator? that caught my eye as soon as you put the page on. I was like, whoa, who have they got in midfield playing in this game? And yeah, some guys that we've heard of before.
Yeah, well, I mean, Zagreb lost to some unknown team yesterday. I don't know if you saw the result.
Oh yeah, the crap team. Did they beat you?
They were 2-0 down. I think they lost 2-0 in the end, either 2-1 or 2-0. They had a good team out, Quinny. Like they hardly rotated. I know Petrovic didn't play. Like there was rotations, don't get me wrong, but like Bulat played. Like most of the main boys. Batarina played. Mistic. Like a lot of the normal guys kind of played, and yeah, I was really shocked to see that. So they'll definitely want to bounce back this weekend, obviously at home. And yeah, I mean, another challenger team to worry about, I guess, Quinny, isn't it? But I'm just looking at Play Sharp is a little bit lagged for me because I've got you on my laptop. But what are we looking at there? 60 percenters, quite a few 60s, a couple of 50s or whatever. So yeah, maybe it's not the weekend to be stacking Zagreb, but then it's one of them where like because you don't play him because he's 60% and then they just pop off, right? That's just kind of sometimes how it goes, isn't it? With this football stuff. And yeah, no, I don't know. It's obviously a great fixture. Istra have really struggled so far. Obviously, I know they have an under-23 goalkeeper in goal, so I know he's been struggling. But Mickey says, yeah, Zagreb not in good form. Really bad loss last night. Exactly. So pressure's going to be on. You know, that's not to say that they won't win, but you know that 27 matchup indicator and all that stuff. I think that just goes out the window. I think it's can we win? You know, in that sense, because you can't be losing to whoever they lost to yesterday in whatever competition they were in. It was a very unknown team. I can't even remember where they're from, to be honest.
I think it's Kosovo. I think it was somewhere like that. I'm just trying to remember. So I remember looking at it being like, I remember saying they were playing a high school. That's what I remember thinking this weekend, you know. They were going to be playing like a high school team somewhere. And it's not to be disparaging or anything, you know, but just the level of opposition they had. Yeah. It's like, it's going to be nothing. So that's a shocker. Yeah, it is Kosovo. Pico player in the chat has got us.
Balkany FC or something.
I'd never heard of them, you know. I was like, whoa, but it's not a far travel for them. And I know from being a Celtic fan, like seeing that sense of being the big team in a small country and all that kind of stuff, like the pressure will be on them this weekend to batter this team, like, you know. So I think they'll have to play their best team and they have to get a good result for a lot of different reasons. And I'm not following Zagreb, but I just know if that happened to Celtic or Rangers or any of the other teams, you could put Zagreb on the same kind of situation as, you know, it would be the same, you know, so it won't be any different for them. I don't think they'll be expecting 100%. There'll be pressure on
100%, but like none of their players really, like you said, you don't follow them. I don't really follow them, but you know, just by Sorare data in my life away on the weekends, like no one really like pops off recently for them in that sense. Like Baturina was that guy, wasn't he, for a bit? He can't buy a decisive right now, and you know, he'll probably get 3 this weekend, but you know, other than like Petrovic, who seems to score every game when he plays, other than him, not much has been going on, to be honest, mate. So like, I don't even know if, again, similar to like the Porto one, you know, if you're a Celtic card holding in Challenger, are you that worried so far? Probably not.
No, I suppose not. And we've got, I think it was Mikey Baston saying the Zagreb cards are going into Academy, and they're missing a bit of Rostovski. Yeah. Mikey Baston will be having eyes on that, if I know Mike. And let me see, jumpers for goalposts. And then, yeah, we've got this little comment here I want to throw out here. Big games in the K-League, last round before the split. Really excited for the special weekly. So we'll get to that as well. Okay, Sorare, thanks for dropping that contribution in, my man. Fist bump. And Dom is asking about communication from Sorare when they're releasing new cards, etc. I think any outstanding 3D cards should be coming in this international window, you would think. I'm sure this is the final international break before Christmas. I may be wrong. There may be another one.
No, there's one more. I think
there's one more.
I think so. I could be wrong though.
I think that one is too late to release new season cards for. Anyway, you know, if there is another one, you know, this is surely last chance saloon for. Like, I'm waiting for Celtic 3D cards, and is there maybe going to be Turkey? Is there maybe going to be like who else do we not have? Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking. Some odds and ends. Portuguese, if there's anything Portuguese in 3D. We've had Denmark. We've had Croatia. Have we had Croatia 3D? Yeah, we have. That was the first one.
Croatia.
Yeah. And it's November for the next international break. So yeah, I think there should be a wee bit more communication where we should. Yeah, I think they should say, by the way, guys, we've not forgotten about boom, 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 boom. Maybe that'd have been nice. Get a wee bit of hype going. Like, oh, we might have that soon. That would be nice. If anyone's from Sorare's listening, feel free to steal that one.
To be fair, I remember when what was the last cards that dropped? It was like Serie A, right? I'm pretty sure, like Serie A and French League. I remember Nicholas like quote tweeting it, didn't he, and said something like, you know, there's more coming, basically, as far as teams go and stuff. So I know that doesn't indicate other leagues, but you know, it's the same. The point still kind of stands, and you can't really say too much, can you? It's contracts and, you know, extension this and renewal that. Like, I don't think you can. Do you know what I mean? I know what you mean. We obviously want to just be talked to in that sense and communicated with, but unfortunately, I don't think sometimes they're able to. You know, their hands are tied, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's particularly like that Nicholas quote you're talking about was particularly in reference to, I think, Italian and French clubs. I think most notably PSG as well. But I do think that Dom's kind of mentioned it there. So, but I think what we want is to be at the stage, surely with some of the leagues, they should be at the stage where they can say, coming in October, you know, the new season of blah, 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 blah. I mean, they can just like market the calendar. That's when we're going to start selling them. Tell us all, and then you can save up your pocket money, and when they come out, you can go for them, kind of thing, you know. I get that, and yeah, that'd be nice to happen, and we'll see it when it comes. The next game that was on the matchup tab, Harry Boy, was RB Leipzig at home to Bochum, which caught my eye certainly because we love to see people playing Bochum, and Leipzig beat midweek against Man City, so they'll be looking to kind of bounce back. And Leipzig have been pretty decent this year. Xavi Simon's getting most of the headlines, of course. And this is a great home game for them, it looks like.
Yeah, I love this, to be fair. Great, great matchup for Leipzig cards. This could be I don't know, would you argue this is a better fixture for Leipzig than Bayern's is for against Freiburg? I'd say pound for pound, like I don't know. I think it runs it quite close. With how like you said, Xavi Simons has been very good this year. Amongst other players, Simikan's been decent. Obviously, Openda's been scoring goals as well. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely reason to be fearful. Go on.
I was just going to say there, if you're playing Bundesliga draft, or if you're after a little cheap limited or even a cheap rare, I was just checking his price now. He's 60 quid. And I'm not kidding you. If he's on 70% to start there, it'll be fun to watch. And I hope he gets into the team because he was fantastic last year. And that is Christoph Baumgartner. Unfortunately, not under 23 anymore. But mate, honestly, he is brilliant. He is a brilliant football player. Really good attacking mid. Kind of like, let's say, a smaller or a weaker kind of Soboslai type, if you know what I mean. Like, he's very shoulder to shoulder, will transition up the pitch, likes a shot, likes a pass, quite selfless. But his last team was Hoffenheim, and Hoffenheim, he was okay for them. He was quite decisive, reliant, because Hoffenheim concede goals like mad, and he's a midfielder card. But plays like attacking mid or up front, he's an attacking guy, from that midfield spot. And if he gets playing regularly in a better team that's maybe a bit more AA friendly, that's one to watch out for. One you can maybe take advantage of in the Bundesliga cap, because he'll be 40 coin, he'll be 40 things, 40 gems or whatever we're doing. And just one that caught my eye.
No, it's good shout that is, to be fair. But what have we got? Simons, Openda, Paulson, Campbell. Does he normally start, Campbell? I know he's been there for years, but he does normally start. Okay.
Started every game except the Man City game where they went with Seawald, but I think Campbell will come back in.
Yeah, makes sense then. Schlager and obviously Sesko on the bench. So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting game. Like there's you don't want to be picking up all 11 cards, but there's 5 or 6, maybe 4 or 5, maybe that you'd bank on to maybe hit 75 plus potentially in that lineup. And yeah, that's kind of obviously where we want to be. We want to be like fishing, don't we, in the SO5 scores?
Yeah. So I think Baumgartner could be a sneaky low pick one there. Even Klosterman, if you're on the drafts and stuff like that, L15 or 38, he can get really good AA. He's a good passer of the ball. He will be put on the ball quite a lot. And they'll probably ask Simikan to gub him up a bit higher here. So, some cheeky wee ones there. And someone in the chat thinks Christian Gamboa, former Celtic player, is going to get a hat-trick in this game. Maybe not. But the only thing I would say about Bochum is Asano up front could ruin the clean sheet quite easily. And the goalkeeper, see if you look at his, he's got some great AA in his back pocket, that Ryman. So he can be, oh Jesus, how do you spell it? He's got a brother as well. I'm not going to go dig it up. You can go dig it up. There he's there, Manuel Ryman, right? But that guy's got some good scores. He can make some saves. So, yeah, what to watch out for.
Mikey Bassinger said then gutted for Benny Henriks. What happened? I know he got injured, didn't he? Right? What happened there?
I didn't know until I seen the Germany squad and he wasn't in it, and I was like, how can he not be in the Germany squad? He's like the only German right back that plays football at the moment. And then I seen he was. I've just seen he's injured. I don't know anything else, but yeah, gutted for the big man.
Yeah, got nice, but yeah, no, great fixture. I don't know. So far, we haven't, other than Celtic, like. I know it's Bayern, obviously, but like as far as like gas goes, obviously going to see big Celtic cars in there, but Bayern again. But I don't know, Porto, Zagreb, Leipzig, they'll be in there, but will they be flying high? I don't know. That's just a little question mark I've got so far.
Well, Besiktas at home, but we see any of these cards? Not so hard to say. Besiktas isn't one of these clubs that gets that Turkey love, is it? Everyone loves a Fener, they love a Gala.
Yeah, 100%. They're kind of like the long lost brother in that sense, or maybe the youngest brother of all three. But they lost actually midweek. They had a stinking result, didn't they? They were 2-0 up, I believe, and then they lost 3-2, or they were 2-1 up and lost 3-2. Either way, they effed it big time. I think they had a man sent off. No Gedson, Pico saying for Besiktas, it's a big one. To be fair, they've missed him over the last couple of games and whatever. And I don't know. That was a big loss for them midweek. And again, similar to the Zagreb situation, pressure's on, right? They're going to need a win before international break.
Big time. I don't think we'll talk about Garkilisco, or how do you say it? We'll probably just jump straight into Antwerp. And I've got to admit, I feel quite bad for Antwerp for the second Champions League game day in a row. My heart bled for them. I felt terrible that they didn't get something out of it. They're at home to Eupen this weekend. I don't know emotionally where they'll be, but you got to think competitively they'll be out to really just get some goals in the back of the net and scratch that itch.
100%. But like Antwerp before that game, Quinny hadn't scored a goal in either 3 or 4 games. There was like 3-0 nillers. They obviously lost to Barca like 5-0. So yeah, they literally hadn't scored a goal. They obviously went 2-0 up against Shakhtar. And obviously, again, similar to the Besiktas situation, couldn't get the result they wanted. And yeah, mate, they'll definitely be all guns blazing, I guess, this weekend, trying to sort of make things right. But yeah, they're going to be gutted, right? Surely 2-0 up against Shakhtar, like. Gutting for them.
Weaver Meeran was making some headlines as well, by the way. He was
mate,
he was brilliant, eh?
He's
I only seen the highlights, but he stood out.
Against Barca, mate, honestly, the first 20 minutes, he just like he was just so visible in that sense. Like he was just everywhere in that first game, the Champions League. And obviously, yeah, got a couple of assists and stuff in that game against Shakhtar, but mate, he is a player. There's no way he's staying in that league. He is incredible. Honestly, just glides. Reminds me of like a Frankie de Jong in a weird way, like a young Frankie de Jong. A little bit more attacking, maybe. I don't know. He just seems to just glide over and like he just does everything. Makes tackles. I think he tackled the bloke, to get that assist for the Shakhtar goal. Because I think he lost the ball, retained it, played it out wide, and obviously they got their first goal. But mate, no, he's serious, like a serious talent.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting there myself. He was an impressive rookie card last year, and he's definitely kicking on this year. And seeing Champions League performances against a Shakhtar definitely gives you that wee kind of a bit more confidence around a guy like that's prospects versus doing it against Leuven or something like that. Or even against doing it against the other Belgian teams. It's fine, but it's domestic. You want to see them do it against. It's not just Bruges, but Shakhtar Barca as well. Yeah, Barca, to a lesser extent, potentially. But yeah, guys, we're only on 34 likes. There's almost 120 Sorare scouts and managers, at least on YouTube with us at the moment. Probably a bunch of you here, there, and everywhere else, Twitch, Facebook, and whatever else. Get involved in supporting the channel, guys. Hit the like button, hit retweet, share, all that good stuff. We've got some cards to give away later on in the stream for doing so and by participating. So get comfy, hit the like button, support the channel, support the cause. And Antwerp, I think, could have a good result. Eupen, we know, love to ship goals, but they're never a rubbish team. Slonina's in goals, so he always catches the eye. And Finn Bogason is up front, who some people might remember used to be a bit of a target man in the Bundesliga. So they're not an absolute write-off, but yeah, at home, they've got to be kind of bloodied and battered and feeling like taking some revenge out. That's the way I feel anyway, for Antwerp.
Oh, 100%, mate. Completely agree. And yeah, I guess we go on a bit of a challenger streak now. Next couple of games, Benfica.
Driven's in town.
Estoril. Yeah. Had a good game, didn't he, against Inter? But obviously couldn't get the result that they wanted. And yeah, they'll obviously want to bounce back. There's been a bit of a weird situation with them. João Mario's not been in the starting 11 in the big games. I don't know, the Benfica of old, in that sense, of maybe last year, the guys you would really count on, especially João Mario being that main guy. He hasn't really been it this year, so quite gutted for people who own his card right now, because he hasn't just hasn't been in the team as much as you'd like. Still, obviously, a great team. They've got quality everywhere, right? But I don't know, they've been going with Peter Musa up front, who was third choice last year, second choice forward, and I don't know, something's a little bit off. I think defensively they're looking good in that sense. I know Silva got red carded a couple of games ago, but obviously Big Trubin's involved now. Otamendi's always good for 60 or 70. Kochu hasn't been great, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
he just hasn't scoring wise. I don't know. Obviously, João Mario is down to play this game, to be fair. So hopefully he can sort of bang for you. Banatin now, to be fair, over the last couple of games at left back. I don't know. It's an interesting one. I wouldn't be banking on massive Benfica scores this weekend. You could probably argue decent chance of a clean sheet, but away from home, there's always. I think I'm scarred with the whole Costa situation. He always seems to concede one, and it's always late. So just be wary, Trubin holders, because they just come out of nowhere. The goals in Portugal, I can tell you that for free. They really do.
Well, last weekend when he was playing his first domestic game, he conceded a goal rapid, and it was like, oh bugger, clean sheet's gone. But he saved a penalty later on, because that's the type of guy Trubin is. He'll get you that decisive. He'll make sure he does it for you.
I think he had a last man tackle, didn't he, or something stupid? It was like, I remember looking at you. I remember looking at your lineup, and it was something crazy. I was like, how the hell has he got a last man tackle? I don't think I've ever had a card have a last man tackle, by the way. But regardless, never mind a goalkeeper. But he is he's unbelievable. He's a really, really good goalkeeper, and probably the best goalkeeper on the platform, I would say right now. Definitely under 23. He has to be, with all the the trinkets that come with him in that sense. Obviously, mainly plays for Ukraine, and obviously midweeks as well. So, good fixture. But I'm not. Again, if I'm a Celtic card holder, am I too scared of this? Probably not.
Fair enough. That's the way I feel. And then we've got Feyenoord away to Pexwall. Pexwall love to concede goals. It's one of their main hobbies that they do in their spare time. And Feyenoord, Santiago Jimenez back again. Steng's going from strength to strength. Weaver getting more plaudits after the game against Atletico Madrid. The back four is as solid as they've been. This is going to be a good game for them, isn't it?
Yeah, this is big. I watched that Atletico game. They took them to the wire, to be fair. They conceded just stupid goals at stupid times, to be fair, Feyenoord, and obviously took the lead twice and, obviously, again, didn't get a result. It feels like there was loads of 3-2s midweek, by the way. Can I just add? But, Feyenoord, away to Zwolle, who are obviously, struggling right now. I think they've got like 7 points or something. This seems like a better fixture for me than the Benfica one does personally, even though they're next to each other in that sense. But if I had, both cards, I'd probably be looking at my Feyenoord boys, I think, a little bit more so overall. But this is a really interesting fixture, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is probably one of the most slept on in the list in terms of ranking, where it lies. I think it should be a bit higher. The away bias is probably playing against them ever so slightly. But
definitely,
I don't think the team has that much about it where, are we really worried about Pexwall being a fortress at home against Feyenoord? I'm going to say no.
100% not. Mate,
I thought this game was going to be the next game. I thought was going to be way higher up, Harry. Sorry, I talk over you there. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just going to say, like, there's some obviously we know there's some great SO5 scores in that final team. So, be wary of them this weekend. I assume they'll be flying pretty high. But Real Madrid next, like you said. I thought
this game was going to be way higher.
I think off the back of midweek, bit of rotation, as we'll see on the screen. I think like Yossolu's going to come in, and I think also, have you heard of the Real Madrid sort of defensive frailties that are going on right now? Obviously, Nacho suspended, not that he's like a definite starter, but like Nacho, Alba, I think Rudiger was injured, but I think he's going to be fine. And there's a bit of a situation there. Carvajal was out last game week or whatever it was. It's just been, they just haven't got a settle back for right now with the amount of injuries they've been sort of cursed with. So I don't know. Does that play into it? I don't know. Does the AI know that? Probably not. Does Sorare data know that? But I don't know. Maybe they should be a little bit higher, potentially.
Well, I had no Rodrigo in the starting 11 anyway. Last time I seen this, but the page is on a 404 error, so it's
okay.
No dice for Real Madrid anyway. Well, I'll see if anyone else comes up, if we can maybe backdoor our way into it. Yeah, there we go. Maybe they're updating it right now. Maybe that's why it's.
Potentially.
So maybe we'll maybe double back to Real Madrid in a minute, because maybe it's the only one that's kind of glitching. So we'll get Sporting next. We'll go and pull them up.
Yeah, at home to Aruca. How did Sporting get on midweek? They lost to Atalanta, didn't they? I think 2-1.
I've got no idea.
Yeah. They lost 2-1. They were 2-0 down. And then Scalvini gave away a penalty And yeah, Gyökeres, I think, tucked that away. But yeah, I think they lost 2-1 in the end. No big Seb Coates. Is Play Sharper on? Oh yeah, it's back. Is it back?
It's kind of grinding on me now for Portugal as well.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Ricky says Sporting weren't great last night. Yeah, they didn't look good. Rico Man says that as well. Yeah, so again, it's one of those situations where, you know, a team in Europe hasn't had the result they wanted. They have a home fixture this weekend in the domestic league. You know, can they bounce back is the question. It's probably not can they win 3-0, it's can they win, you know, and that's never a real good sign for your SO5 scores, because you obviously want them to win heavily. I'm not saying they won't, but you know, you get the point. Yeah, very interesting one. I think they'll win, but it could be a bit tighter than maybe people all want for Sporting cards.
Sporting only really played the second half, says Manuel Serra. And I wanted to say congratulations as well to Tom Rosema, who has won back-to-back Tier 2s and semi-pro. Fist bump to you, mate.
Wow.
Good hustling, good grinding, and well done to you, mate. GG's on that one.
Great going. Yeah.
Galatasaray have not appeared on the matchups tab yet. And we're still waiting to see if Play Sharper is playing ball with us or not. I might even just try and open a brand new tab to see if that's maybe part of the glitch or part of the issue. But no Galatasaray yet. And I think they'll be on cloud nine certainly after beating Man United. But in terms of midweek, like Salzburg against Benfica were written off, and obviously they got a great result against Benfica. And then this midweek, Salzburg were written off against Sociedad, and I was a wee bit like, I don't know if we should be writing them off. Like, Sociedad are good, but Salzburg at home, you know, home field advantage definitely does come in for some of those teams. Salzburg have been good at home in Europe traditionally as well. But it did pay off that way. You know, the bigger team came and beat them. So they're away from home this weekend. We're not got predicted lineups loading in at the moment. Sorry, guys, let me see. That's still not loading in. We've got a wee glitch in the system, but I think this will be an interesting one for Salzburg, like, because they do reign supreme domestically, and it is all about pushing in Europe. So after having quite a bad home loss, you know, they'll be looking at. There's a lot of bounce back chat today, isn't there?
There is, yeah. It feels that way for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Salzburg aren't like. Are they the Salzburg of last year as far as SO5 scores go? It doesn't feel like, if I'm being honest. Like, they have loads of under 23 players scattered everywhere across the 11/16, 18 players they have. And even the ones that aren't, like, nobody's like an SO5 god there right now, if I'm being honest. Like, Soleil, you know, is on his day, but he's been injured. Pavlovic, like, there's some good players there, but like, I don't know, mate. They're not like, I'm not backing Salzburg right now in that sense. Like, I'm not looking at them and going, okay, you're going to get 80 plus. Like, I'm not seeing many cards that can do that right now. You know, they'll get to 60s and 65s and 70s and whatever, a couple of decisives, but it doesn't seem like they're, you know, really pushing outside of Soleil when he's fit, and maybe Pavlovic if he gets a decisive. Nobody seems like 100 capable in that sense, which is not great, is it? And obviously, they're playing away from home. But like you said, they are great in their league in that sense, and they'll win the game, I'm sure. But do I fancy massive SO5 scores? I really don't, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, a lot of rotation could be on the cards for them as well. I'm kind of stuck for like keeping. Like, I'm quite happy to talk about all these teams individually, but it kind of helps a lot when you've got the team that they're going to play. Hold on, we may have some life. Right, let's see if we can go find Real Madrid. We may have some life.
We're back.
No Real Madrid. Let's see if we can get Sporting. Can we get Sporting? No, Portugal's not. Oh, Portugal is loading. Sporting. Oh. Let's see. We've got Sporting. Hey, we've got the Sporting team. So Jairichez, Edwards, and Pote. That's good front three. Yeah. I think this could be, I think it kind of echoes what you were saying, Harry. So, yeah, good team to see in terms of personnel. Quate's back.
Quate's back. Yeah, he was on the bench yesterday, I believe. Yeah.
No Real Madrid again. Austria, let's see if we can get Salzburg up. Oh, we've got, come on. Yes, we've got Salzburg. So Simic and Kanate look to stay up front again. This looks very similar to the team that played. Soleil is 50-50. There was a question about Soleil. I'm not too sure what the situation with him is, but He's 50% favoured over Blido to be in this game, certainly. So yeah, I don't think there's that much rotation there. It feels like they're kind of getting a set team together now, doesn't it? A little bit. Predicted 11's looked familiar now a few times to me.
Yeah, it's less worrisome than it was start of the season. There's always rotation with Salzburg, obviously, but yeah, it does feel a little bit less rotationally, sort of worrisome in that sense.
Yeah, still no Real Madrid. What was the other team that we were trying to shoot between there as well? I think that was them. Then we got to PSV. So that's cool. PSV against Rotterdam, which, they're no pushovers.
They're no pushovers. They lost a derby game last weekend to Excelsior. Sparta, I only know that because I have quite a few Excelsior players. But so yeah, they're on a bit of a not bad form, but they would have really wanted to win that game. But at home this weekend, obviously to PSV being away. Obviously PSV will be gutted in a way. What was it? 2-2 in the end with Sevilla at home. So yeah, they'll definitely want to win this game. PSV obviously have some big hitters as far as SO5 goes. Noah Lang and Veerman, of course. So yeah, this is definitely a good fixture. But Sparta definitely no mugs. They're like 5th or 6th in the league. Like they're not bad at all. But comparing that to PSV's quality, yeah, there is definitely a difference, a discrepancy there. Yeah,
for sure. And I think looking at that PSV starting 11 just must put fear into the opposition in that division, man. It's so strong. I'm not a big Malik Tillman fan. I don't think he was that good when he was in Glasgow, but the rest of that team is I think they're all really, 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 really good. And yeah, it's maybe again a wee bit of the away bias. Maybe it's holding the PSV scores back. And again, it is Sparta. They're no exactly relegation candidates or anything like that. And then we get to Frimpong or Grimaldo, right? So before we open up the Leverkusen team, guys, you've been voting all the way through the stream. It is super tight, by the way. It is as tight as a duck's arse, as you say in Glasgow. And we'll be looking at that in a second. We'll also be doing the card giveaway shortly as well, guys. But there's hundreds of Sorare scouts and managers with us here today, and we still haven't hit 67 likes. We've got to get there. It's the first like goal of the stream. We're not too far away. Pull the phone out your pocket, get the keyboard out, whatever you need to do. Grab your mouse, hit the like button. I don't know if you've done it recently on YouTube, but when you hit the like button, it flashes like wee rainbow colours and wee fireworks go off. Makes you feel good inside. It also supports the content here on the channel. And as you maybe know, Sorare own and control the internet. So they know when you've hit the like button and in turn give you better luck on your rewards. So help yourself, help the channel, hit the like button. And the next team we have is Leverkusen. So it is a question, Harry boy, for us all, of Grimaldo or Frimpong. At home to Cologne.
It's a big one. I don't know. Are they both on? I'm guessing they're both on to start. I haven't seen the 11 yet, to be fair. But yeah. Who's the pick this week? Grimaldo or Frimmy? Grimaldo had more rest. That has to play into it.
Yeah.
But Frimpong obviously scored a goal, so he'll have bags of confidence to go into this weekend. I'm going to say Grimaldo, Quinny. I'm going against the grain. Maybe it's not going against the grain, but that's my my choice for this weekend. I know you're going to go Frimmy.
I'm going Frimmers, of course. Frimpong all the way. He's basically playing right forward, so that's the thing. He's actually just in the box the whole time, as a right back. Grimaldo's also got a bit of the AA with the sets and stuff, but no, I'm chasing DAs. I want notifications telling me you've got 60 guaranteed. Don't worry about it. Frimmers has scored a goal. That 60's safe. Don't worry about him losing possession. Don't worry about him getting booked. That 60's locked in. Go and enjoy the rest of your day, Quinny. That's what I like to see. Come in, So I
agree. Yeah, it's a great feeling.
Yeah, and he's been called into the Dutch national team, which is fantastic news for him personally. It's going to be a pain in the backside for SO5 in terms of injuries and minutes in his legs and all that kind of stuff. We're getting very close to the light goal, guys, and then we'll do the first card giveaway. But yeah, I'm going with Frimmers. This looks like a great game again for this entire Leverkusen team. The back three, the front three, the middle four. I think all of them could hit 55, 65 plus if the result goes kind of the way you think it does. Maybe they win 2-0, 3-1. Could be a wee 4-2 game, something like that. Because Cologne are not up to much. The team doesn't really have much people to really hang your hat on there. It is Project Leverkusen. They rested everyone on Thursday night, so they're going to be like fit as a fiddle and ready to go for this one to keep atop of the league.
100%. Like, honestly, it feels to me like just looking at the Play Sharper sort of predictions and whatever, like, feels like Leverkusen is the team to have this year. Like, as far as, very little rotation and like they're just scoring serious goals. And obviously that's what we all want, right? And yeah, they really feel like the Champ Europe. Like, in the last couple of seasons, if you had a Leverkusen stack, you weren't it, were you, if we're being honest? But like this year, you just weren't it. Like, I think I had one at one point. I wasn't it. I can tell you that for free. And like Patrick Schick up front and all the old lot. But no, I mean, this year, it really just feels like Leverkusen are the guys to have, if I'm being honest. Like, they always seem to play at home. It's just, yeah, their scores are just incredible. Something like Palacios, just some of the guys that weren't really getting a look in last year, like week in, week out, are just like smashing this year. Obviously, a couple of new faces in Boniface, and Wirtz is fully back fit. And yeah, mate, they're the team to be having, like, right now. That would be my like go-to sort of Champ Europe team, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. It's a lot of fun. And even the second string, if you did have to get a few guys in for a wee collection bonus or something, like, it's a really good squad, like a really fun squad to be had. We've got another wee Real Madrid question, so I'm going to see if we can get the Real Madrid team up again.
Yeah.
We've got it. Valverde's in at 60% over Cruz.
Okay.
Rodrigo now at 55 with Vinny.
Yeah. Don't know how. I'm not going to risk him. I want to risk him, but I'm not going to. I
think that makes
sense. Well, let me just tell you, our sources, and we know what that refers to, Quinny.
Oh, yeah.
Yosselu down at, yeah. Has Quinny's up front for Real. Has Yosselu down at 50%. So, obviously Rodrigo's behind that. But they fancy Yosselu to play, basically.
When was this updated? Like now? Yeah, it must have been glitched. I know, it was actually a wee while ago. It's interesting. Tchouameni in at centre back next to Rudiger, Carvajal at right back, Camavinga running the show, and Bellingham is the man of the moment. Ballon d'Or bound. It feels like it if he keeps this up.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the comments. Jack, yes, my sources do have Cruz to start.
Oh, do they? Over Valverde?
Well, yeah, they have Cruz down at 70.
Oh.
They have Valverde in as well. They have Valverde, Camavinga, and Cruz as the three. Bellingham, Vinny, Yosselu. Mendy, Tchouameni, Rudiger, Carvajal, Kepa.
Nice. Good wee bit of intel there. I don't think anyone else in that list really excites me, Harry boy. Maybe Barca away at Granada. It's quite low.
Yeah, it does feel pretty low. Obviously, we've got some big MLS games, to be honest, going into this weekend with the playoffs looming. Pretty large. Southampton at home. I know they haven't been great, but I think that's a really good fixture. Rotherham are like 23rd in the league.
Yeah, let's look at Southampton then. 2 seconds, I'll get them. Southampton
obviously got their first clean sheet, Quinny, of the season.
Yeah,
Baznu scored 92. I was very happy, but then Bella Kotchap decided to not start for PSV. But Southampton will definitely be really, really confident going into this game. I think obviously beat Leeds game before, beat Stoke away midweek. Can they make it 3-3 this weekend at home to Rotherham? It feels that way, to be honest. And yeah, I'll definitely be unlocking my Southampton boys this weekend and playing them.
Really strong team.
Butterfingers. Bazanu, to be fair, like, he hasn't had an error led to goal or anything. Like, Southampton's defense have been shocking, and that's no disrespect to Harwood Bellis and co, but they've been really bad. Like, I've watched every single game, and like, they're just leaking serious goals. And if Bazanu was making serious errors, I would be like, okay, there's scope to change this goalkeeper and maybe put McCarthy back in. But mate, honestly, he's not really put a foot wrong in that sense. So yeah, they've just had to just sort of ride through the storm in that sense, and yeah, just wait for things to turn around, and hopefully this can be that little stretch before the international break that they need.
Yeah. And the Barca squad away to Granada, so obviously got their wee cheeky win Midweek, thanks to Ferran Torres, who's now got this nickname in Barcelona of the Shark. I don't know if any of you have picked up on this, but they've been calling him the Shark this season because he's just been like coming off the bench and just stealing games and stuff like that, you know. So he's finally 90% on to start a match, which is fantastic. Lewandowski is injured for a month, probably going to miss El Clasico. Felix is on, Lamal is on, and then in midfield it's 50-50 between Romeo and Ferman, but the rest of the team kind of seems to pick itself. A lot of injuries, not much depth there at Barca.
Yeah, obviously I watched that Porto game. They played pretty well. They defended really well, but yeah, they didn't have that many chances, to be fair. Shots on goal and whatever. And yeah, apart from Ferran Torres, who took his chance and took it really well, to be fair. And yeah, I expect him to do well this weekend, albeit away from home. Grimaldo, like 19th in the league, aren't they? I think they're struggling this year.
Yeah.
Obviously got promoted last year. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a great fixture. I'm not going to be risking my Balde, if I'm being honest. He's like 60%, and they're prone to playing Alonso in these type of games. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with things. But yeah, no, there's definitely your nailed sort of Felix, Ferran, and those sort of boys who can definitely score well for you in this game, 100%.
And this is the game I thought would be number one this week, probably. And that is Tottenham away to Luton, which is criminally low down the list.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? But then, I don't know, Luton, what was their last game? They almost got a result, didn't they? Didn't they play, was it Everton? It was like 2-1. It was real tough. No, sorry, they played Burnley midweek, and they lost 2-1 to Burnley. But yeah, not that says much. Burnley have been struggling as well. But I don't know. There's a couple of injuries at Spurs, but regardless, if Maddison and Son and Kulusevski, they're on it. Yeah, this could be a big scoreline. To be fair, if Tottenham are really, really at the races.
Yeah, strong team. Richarlison, Son, Kulusevski front three, middle three, and back four now pick itself. It feels like, and they're just going weekend to weekend, rolling out the best game they possibly can. So. Yeah, I don't hold much faith Luton are going to get much out of this. Somewhat a London derby as well. I believe Luton's kind of London, isn't it? Or it is London, so I'm sure the Tottenham fans that make the journey will have a good time. And yeah, based on this, Luton are going to give them possession. Tottenham are going to take possession, and they're just not going to stop for 90 minutes. So it could be, in theory, it could be like 6-0 or something like that. It could be mental, but we'll see how it goes. Huge game for me.
Yeah, it is a big game, 100%. But yeah, football's a funny game. Sometimes if you can defend well for long enough, you can, obviously, not concede 6, and that's going to be Luton's goal. But yeah, this Tottenham team is really good, isn't it? Really dynamic right now.
Yeah, big time. And we had a shout earlier in the stream talking about the K-League final games before the split. And I need to check the table, but we do have quite a lot of if you look at the rankings here of the teams that are playing each other, we've got 2nd versus 12th, we've got 4th versus 10th, 3rd versus 11th. So there's a few top v bottoms in there, and then the remaining ones are like maybe a bit tighter than 8th and 9th there, and the 5th versus 7th, which is Sol versus John Book. I'm not too sure where the split happens. I'm not too sure if this is a real 6-pointer, 5th versus 7th that is going to. I suppose it must. There seems to be 12 teams in the league, so this could be one that might be a bit spicy, depending on how the table sits. So maybe need to look at that, how the K-League is sitting. Who's on the bubble? Who needs the points?
What's that? Source John Book is a straight shootout for top versus bottom split. Okay, Charlie Dunbar. Yeah, I've lost all knowledge of K-League, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, Inchin as well. So Inchin are 6th. So let me see who Inchin are playing. Sorry, wrong tab. Yeah, so Inchin are also playing somebody, and do they have Inchin are playing Ulsan, who are top. So I think that's probably not good for them. But Ulsan have been very busy. They've been playing a lot of games. They might be writing this game off. Like they don't need it for the split necessarily. So could be decent. Pohang, people are loving that. I'm going to check on the poll actually, guys. We've hit 68 likes. Fantastic. I'm going to check on the poll. It was 57% of you have went with Grimaldo. So a very tight poll in the end, guys. Thanks to everyone that did take part in that. And then, so we'll do the giveaway shortly, which is fantastic. There's hundreds of you here, fist bumps, and to get the likes coming in. We had almost 100 votes, and it was 56% in the end that went with Grimmy over Frimmy. So,
Grimmy and Frimmy.
The last thing I wanted to have a look at on this was MLS, because you mentioned the playoffs are nigh. There's a few teams that need the points. Was there any game in particular, Harry, you wanted to crack open?
Not particularly. No, I've not. No, to be honest.
I like Kansas City. Johnny Russell was just suspended, so he's had a wee rest. He's back, and they need to win every game if they're going to get to the playoffs. RSL are qualified. They're fourth. They're in the playoffs. So, Saloy, Pulido, Russell. If you're after the wee differential or a wee outsider, I like Kansas City this week.
Yeah, I can get on board with that, to be fair. Definitely. Can Miami still qualify? I don't know. I'm gonna go with no, to be honest.
I think Miami are basically dead.
I think so as well, yeah. There is a bit. I'd say that New York-Toronto games, actually, New York Red Bulls in that sense, is a good game for New York, even though they don't necessarily score that well historically. But Toronto, obviously, dire right now, and have been all season, to be honest. New York City away to DC, I think that's a good game for them. I'm just trying to think of some of the fixtures off the top of my head. Illumin. Yeah, I think that'll be a good game. New York City have got some real good momentum, Quinny. We've been waiting for this, haven't we, all season? And it's come like 3 games before the end of the season for them. But like they've had the makings of a team. It just hasn't really clicked. Like the goals haven't been there. But yeah, it feels like recently they've started to grind out some big results, and they can still make playoffs, I think. So excited to see if they can get another win this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. And I thought Magno would have been definitely. I didn't think Parks was going to be back that quickly, and I thought Magno would have been nailed for this game. So I've got a few last minute adjustments to be making myself, Harry boy. Houston could do amazing as well. So Houston definitely they won a cup, didn't they? What cup was it? Was it the Messi Cup they won?
Open Cup, yeah. US Open Cup, sorry.
So where are Houston? So yeah, they're in a good place. Their franchise has been crap for years, and the last season they've really started to lift off. So I feel good. I'm happy for those guys that put their hard work in. Team looks kind of minced, doesn't it? But Ache here just reigns in supreme scores, and they seem to get by on that. A bit of hard work and determination alongside. Not any real stars. Colorado Rapids, we'll be going to visit them, and they've got some good players, certainly. Overall, I like a lot of the players in their team. But, yeah, it's probably a good one for Houston.
Yeah, Houston are very good at home, aren't they? Big Hector Herrera, as Victor says, they're absolutely wild. Yeah, he's been unbelievable this year. Great player. Real good player. Too good for the league, realistically, but...
Yeah. He's absolutely killing it there.
Yeah. But yeah, mate, that's kind of... there's some decent fixtures elsewhere that obviously we won't... Like Leicester at home to Stoke. There's some decent fixtures else, that don't make the top sort of 20. Like Fulham at home to Sheffield United. You never know. We saw the Newcastle, boys batter Sheffield. I know Newcastle are way better than Fulham in that sense, but you never know. There could be some sort of surprise teams sort of flying high this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to get into that stage now, guys. We're going to have a wee look at the prize pools. We'll do some other stuff. We'll get some teams built and have a wee chat with you guys about what's going on this weekend. But before we do that, we have got at least one card to give away, and we'll be giving away the card that's been donated to us by the host of the Sorare Ramble podcast, the patron saint of the community, is SR Monkey, and he has kindly donated limited Dwight McNeil that we are going to give away to one of you guys in the live chat on YouTube now. So ready the keyboards, okay? We have hit the like goal now. If you haven't hit the like button already, now's your time to clean your conscience and hit it again, okay? So get the keyboard out, get the live chat open, and we've got a pop quiz question for you. Ideally, you've been in the stream the whole time, and this will be dead easy for you, probably, maybe, okay? Now, earlier in the stream, me and Harry Boy, we were both waxing lyrical about an up-and-coming wonder kid. not going to ask you to guess who it is. It's Arthur Vermeeren. What I want to know from you is, what is his shirt number? Fastest finger first.
Ooh, that's a great question.
And we just wait, Harry. We just wait for all those numbers to fly in. There might be some right answers. There might be some close answers. Some people might just be smashing their keyboard. Some people might put in a phone number, but it is Arthur Vermeeren's jersey number. That's what we're after. What number is it? I see a bunch of answers pouring in. A lot of them are right. Some of them are wildly wrong.
That's class.
But keep them raining in, guys. Keep them raining in. And yeah, we went with fastest finger first. The person that got that, I'm going to ask you to double confirm your Sorare club name, and we'll ship over Dwight McNeil to your Rapid. I've also got. I'll tell you what, guys. This is the last domestic deadline stream we're going to have before this little international window, right? So I've got 2 limiteds I'll give away, right? But what we need to happen on that one is the Twitter action. So on Twitter at Quinny3001, I need you to like and retweet. The limiteds aren't as good as this Dwight McNeil, so I'm going to give away 2, okay? But we'll get a random picker from a comment, reply to the broadcast of this on at Quinny3001 with your priority lineup, what team you're backing. Put a wee picture in as well. That'd be lovely, by the way, of your priority lineup and the thread there for the stream, and retweet and like and all that good stuff. And at the end of the stream, we'll do a wee random giveaway, and we'll be giving away a rookie, Ilinic, and we'll be giving away another limited that I won last week. I forget who it is. Excellent. Now, I'm going to go back, Harry boy, and we're going to find fastest finger first. The correct answer, of course, was number 48. Arthur Vermeeren is number 48 this season for Antwerp. And wow, we had tons of answers. And do you know what? The actual first answer in was right as well. And the fastest finger first I've got on my screen is Senna Van Laar. So that's Senna Van Laar, and the Laar is Lima Alpha Echo Romeo. Congratulations, mate. Senna Van Laar. I'm going to write that down so I know when you come back. Senna Van Laar. Congratulations, mate. I need you to tell me in the live stream with the same YouTube account you used to give me the number a minute ago, your Sorare name, and we will ship that over to you. And hopefully you can get them in your team for this game week, for this deadline. Buzzing. Really glad to, and again, thanks a lot to Sorare Monkey for supporting the stream, supporting the channel, supporting the content, supporting the community, and helping these guys get some cards rewards dished out before we start the weekend. So congratulations, Senna Van Leer. He's got the love eyes sent to me, and he says it's King PP. So I'll go and find that, Harry boy. Do you want to show us the SO5 arena? Let's have a look at some prize pools and some head counts. You okay with that, Harry?
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
I'll go and ship out a
yes. So let's have a little look. Yeah, get the Dwight on his way. Okay, so we got amateurs, sort of bread and butter over here. 80,000. The Prem seems pretty high compared to, well, I guess everywhere pretty high. 62 floor with the French League amateur. All-Star limited at 20, almost 21,000 players, users fighting for $5,000. 455 for the top place with the Star Limited. Some decent. I mean, it's tough to get up there. 21,000 players. Wow, that's insane. Cap to 22,000 players. 31,000 users in Cap 240 Limited. That feels ridiculously high. Or am I just bugging out a little bit? Feels high. Feels really, really high. But yeah, a lot of people chasing that sweet ETH. 10K in challengers. I think what's that? Asia's pretty low, but that's expected, I guess. We've got that. Isn't it the El Clasico something this weekend? I'm sure there's a competition. Let me go. There's definitely a competition where you can win La Liga situations and cards and whatever, but we'll get into that in a minute. Okay, so All-Star Rare. So no monthlies this month or whatever. So the ETH is kind of distributed quite nicely, I believe, back to where it kind of was. So you got $100 going down to 80th position this time. 635 for the first position with some Star Rares down to 5th. Pretty decent. 15,000 in Cap 240 Rare. All-Star Rare Pro, less ETH, less prizes, but less competition in that sense, even though scores are going to be incredible. But you get $200 down to 30th. That's really interesting, actually. That's really decent. But just so competitive down there. So competitive. Cap 270, 326 rares we've got. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. 26 rares. Got some star rare tier 3 super at the top and for second, actually, which is pretty decent. What's the head count there? Just under 5K. Not bad.
Punchy.
Challenger Rare Pro is interesting. Only 700 users, 60 cards. It seems like a decent ratio. That doesn't seem bad at all, actually, for Rare Pro. Rare, you got just under 2K users, 280 cards. I guess that's pretty decent as well. Champ America, nothing out of the ordinary, I guess, here. Champ Asia Rare Pro. Champ Europe, just under 2K for 210 cards, and then Europe Rare Pro 675 with 50 cards. But they're giving away their sweet ETH, Quinny, aren't they, in Champ Europe, which is which I'm hoping comes to a couple of other divisions, to be honest. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be pretty nice. And then, down to the, obviously, second divisions. And then we're sort of greeted with the under 23s. Nothing out of the ordinary, really. Same sort of prize distribution. 210 in under 23 rare, 55 in Rare Pro. And then we've got, getting into the supers then, you've got All-Star Super Rare, 400 players, 57 prizes. Cap 240 Super Rares at 1,536 users. That feels like it's growing week on week, to be honest. More and more users are trying to hit that exists now. 270 Super Rare, 340 users. A couple of uniques on the top of that. And the 23 Super Rare down here. 33 prizes, 171 players so far. Kickoff Super Rare. 665, fighting for 15 cards. I mean, it just seems like a pretty normal week, Quinny, to be fair. All the prizes are kind of, where they're going to be. Like, they're not going to really increase, I don't think, barring maybe, like you said, if we get, new Scottish cards, a new Turkish league potentially, so Challenger and Gas will get a boost of some sort. But, yeah, everything else seems pretty stable, to be honest. But, yeah, I'm sure there was... Oh, here we go. Yeah, the El Clasico special weekly. Here we go.
Nice.
So there's two VIP tickets for the El Clasico and some jerseys on offer. You can do that in limited and in rare. I think you need to buy... So you need 5 players from La Liga and 2 have to be from Real or Barca, basically. So 2 of those 5 have to be from... Real or Barca. There are only 121 players playing. How many? What's the rewards? Is it just top? Oh, okay. So top 10 get jerseys, and then first place get 2 tickets. So, there's a 1 in 121 shot there, basically. And then for the rare side of things, there's only 59 players in this. Jesus. That feels low, Quinny. And they're giving away VIP tickets down to 3rd. So. Ooh. You've got like a 1 in 20 shot, basically, of winning VIP tickets to El Clasico. That feels ridiculous, right? I know you need, 5 La Liga cards and 2 need to be new cards from Real Madrid or Barca. But Jesus, I'd be interested to see if anyone in the chat entered this, because
that's tasty.
Chances are decent, real decent.
If you stack that as your first team.
Yeah, 2 good fixtures as well for Barca and Real. So you'd have to think that, there's going to be some good scores there. Jesus. Yeah. Okay. That's really interesting. K-League special as well. We have to give it some love. So what we got here. Signed jersey for signed for top 10. And then from 11th to 30th, just a jersey, not signed. Which seems pretty decent. And then there's a rare version of that as well, which I guess the prices are pretty similar. Signed jerseys down to 15th, and then 16th to 30th, just regular jerseys. But mate, it seems like a fun week. I can't lie, real fun.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Things ongoing. Yeah, it does feel that way. What we got? I'm at work, so no point even thinking about entering. Anyone know why my deposit isn't showing on my wallet after 1 hour? Yeah, I think it takes a little bit longer than that. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it can take quite a while.
Yeah, depends on your method and stuff like that. Sometimes it's rapid, sometimes it takes a while. Depends, like I say, how you've done it. If it's on Ramp or ETH wallets or cash or whatnot. But yeah, if you've not received, I would always just check up your email threads. If you received all the notifications of it's pending, it's processing, it's hit, that kind of stuff, and just watch out for it, kind of thing. Harry Boy, you've got some teams to show us.
Yeah, I have got some teams. I wanted to show us on well, I can show us on both, but on Sorare data, my teams seem to sort of clock in as quite high on the lineup strength, which is something that I get the odd team that kind of quite high, but these are like my 5 main teams this weekend, and we've got an 81 in Cap 240, and then a couple of 70s and 60s elsewhere. I am going to make a change to this Cap 240 Super actually, but yeah, mate. Honestly, fixtures have fallen really nicely this week for me. Costa's at home, obviously Simicon with Leipzig at home, Vinny at home. Amaya was good midweek playing against Toronto. I think it's a good fixture. Santi's been on fire recently, and similarly for the under 23 rare team, all at home barring Kulu, but obviously plays against Luton. The super rare under 23 kind of goes a bit waywards in that sense. There's a couple of not dodgy away fixtures, but they're not gimmies. The Cap 240s are quite tasty as well. Suleiman is still a pretty low cap. I think he'll do well. I think I've changed this Willy Bowley shout actually. I think I've gone with Bella Kotchap instead there. I think he was the same price. I just fancy Bella Kotchap to have a decent game. Away to Sparta. Other than that, so I changed Cap 240 Super. I've gone with the Aberdeen boys, Quinny. I'm going with Connor Barron as my captain in Cap 240 Super. He's only 50% on in Play Sharper, but came on yesterday, was really good, and I think they'll give him I think I'll give him a start this weekend.
Yeah.
Hoping Duke can play as well. Obviously, a big chance to miss yesterday, which wasn't fun. But yeah, I've got a little throwaway all-star rare team that might, if Bart plays, I think Steele's played the last 2 or 3 now, so hoping the Bart maybe gets a little run out against Liverpool. Obviously, won't be an easy game, but regardless, no, I'm pretty happy. I've got a Cap 220 rare team with 4-man rare team in there. Cap 220 super rare team. Sorry, Romero's 50-50 for Toronto. I probably doesn't start, but regardless, throwing out the supers for some coin collecting. But yeah, I'm honestly really excited for my under 23 teams. I haven't been confident in them for a little while, but this feels like a good little week for them. And Ian says I think Barron starts over Clarkson this weekend. Leon says Duke. Is Bella Kotchap starting? Well, he's 70% on Play Sharper. I obviously didn't start midweek. I fancy him to start this game, to be honest. And that's just my hunch. Got my little Road to Glory team that I'm hoping can finally win me a reward, or us a reward, whoever watches that series.
Right.
That's kind of me, mate, to be fair. I've not really got too much else, unless there's any sort of last minute changes that have happened since we've streamed. I'm quite content with my teams, mate, to be honest.
Nice. I don't know what to do. Obviously, I'm really buzzing. I've just brought a Goretzka super rare into my club, and then I look at the fucking Bayern team, and he's no in it this week. But I was just reading as we were going through this stuff there, like Thomas Tuchel's comments and stuff. He's talking about Guerrero, but in training as if that's a good thing. He's still training. He's only had 45 minutes over the last 3 games. So I don't know if I should be de-risking my Goretzka or if I should just go with my hunch that he is going to play. Because I've got a very thin team. And it's hard to see that they drop a guy for a guy that's half in, half out, So I'm just...
is he on Sharper? Is he still on?
He's not in the team. No, he's not in it.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
So they've got Guerrero starting centre mid, with Leimer and Mazraoui in at right back, and then Upamecano in at centre back because he's fit. So
interesting.
Fedo's asking me if I'm playing Josko. I don't like the Arsenal game for Man City, to be quite honest with you. I'm not running to prioritise that. Are you, Feda? Or anyone else? Are you playing Josko? Expecting could be a big score for him, of course, but it's not one that I would be dying to put in a team. Let's see.
Yeah, I feel you on that. He hasn't really scored that well recently either, to be honest. He's been okay, but he hasn't like smashed any peaks,
Mm-hmm.
realistically. I'm just trying to.
So what do you guys think, to Goretzka or to not Goretzka? That is the question now for me. I had him in my 240 super rare team, the super rare, which also I'm going to drop because that just doesn't make any sense now. Can't see Arsenal being great without Saka. Interesting. Yeah. With
True,
Saka
there is no
out.
Saka actually.
That is interesting. Yeah. It does change then, doesn't it? I might play Guardiola then.
Where would you fit him into?
So I'm kind of looking at a Champ Euro team now.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking if I was going to put Goretzka, if I'm going to use, I had Robbo in this team, so I could play Robbo away at Brighton. Didn't play midweek; he's fully rested, and he's got like Robbo's in good form. He's good enough, he's just not playing the European stuff, which is fine. But then when you're saying that, I'm thinking, oh, maybe we Josko, because he's not bad either. He's just not peaking, But big games could be a peak. He could score a goal. He could break into the box for an assist or something in a big game like that, make a headline. So I don't know. I'm halfway tempted. They're both away, so neither of them are brilliant. I've got Frimmers. I could play with Frimmers. But yeah, it's just for Champ Pro. I don't think I've quite got the supers if I don't use the Goretzka this week. So I'd then be looking at Champ Euro Rare. And can I make a good team there? Because I've had to delete a lot of teams. I'll show you teams in a second if you want to see them, lads. Maybe Frimpong's best just because it's at home. Yeah, I've not really got rare midfield. I've used them everywhere else, really. I've got forwards, but that's fine. Just not great fixtures. So yeah, if I'm going to play Champ Euro, it would have to be Rare Pro. And we'd be going all black. Now, what do you think about this, Harry, right? In defence, this is another thing I was weighing up. Christopher Ayer is on to start for Brentford against Man United, okay? So if we can get the team loaded up, I'll show you it. But it doesn't really matter. I know he's on. We'll make sure it's not changed, right? But he's unpredicted to play, right? And then see if we have a look at you seen the screen now?
Yes, a little bit. I can see.
Right. So if we look at Christopher Ayer's scores, right? He doesn't play that often, right? But see on Sorare, I'm going to hit this away tab, right? And then something magical is going to happen. You're going to see every time he does play, and every time he does play, and it is away in the league, particularly to like a bigger team. There's Arsenal, 69, away to Leeds. Also, that's a tough game last season, 50 points. And then he's got a bad one, good one. I don't know. I thought maybe clutching at straws a wee bit. There we go. There's Watford, there's Chelsea, there's Norwich. Away from home is his better scores, clearly, is what I'm kind of getting at here. And I think away to Man United could be a game where that's way too far back now. But yeah, look at this. Some good games away from home early. Yeah, I think away from home, it could be a wee sneaky one if he's on to play. What do you think? Playing somebody against Man United.
Well, yeah, I don't think that's much of a worry, to be honest. I don't think you need to worry about that name and think, oh, I can't play him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you'll be fine, to be honest.
Yeah, he is on to play. Rashford, Mount, Højlund, front three. Amrabat at left back. Yeah, this Man United team doesn't look... Brentford are tidy. Brentford are useful. I kind of like that as a differential because I don't think this team otherwise is going to be that punchy. I don't know. I've got Goretzka. I've got McGinn. I fancy McGinn to do well. But he did play last night and played 90 minutes. So does he get 90 minutes against Wolves? But I know Wolves, Aston Villa is a bit of a derby. But I'm not sure he plays 90. He's going to be playing for Scotland in international break as well. So I don't know what to think about McGinn. I've got Llorente, I've got a few other guys. And up front, I've got Rodrigo, I've got Take Kubo, I've got Savio. Savio's got a great fixture. But then when I put Savio in this, Harry, I think he's too good for this team now. And that makes me want to see if I can maybe put Savio somewhere different.
Does Savio not get into an under-23 team if you've got one?
Well, have a look at my under-23 team I've got, Harry. I've went with double midfielder, Wirtz and Ferran. And I've opted to go Rare Pro. And I've went with Super Rare Couto and Super Rare Colombo. But we could just bin that, actually. We could just bin that and do under-23 Rare I think that would be better.
Yeah.
If we fancy Guardiola or Frimmers, because we know both of them are going to play.
Yeah, you've got to be playing Ray. If you've got a Frimmers, and then you could go Savio, Vert, can you?
Frimmers or Guardiola?
Frimmers all day. It's got to be Frimmers.
Now I've got Santi. So this became a wee bit harder to pick the double mid because I've got Santi Rod.
Yeah.
I've got Wirtz. I've got Ferran.
You've got Wirtz. Just put Wirtz in right now. Like there's no way you can not. Just worry about the extra, if that makes sense. Wirtz goes in.
Then Savio.
Obviously up front, Savio, and then so you're looking at who does Kuba Atletico? So you're looking at Santi or Ferran, is it? I think you've got to go Ferran. Ferran's going to be more decisive capable. Obviously, he's playing up front, right? I know Santi's on sets and whatever, but I'm a massive Santi fan. But I still fancy Ferran to. I think Ferran has a better chance of scoring a goal/assist this weekend for me, away to Granada than Santi does away to DC.
I'm with you on that.
I think that's the team. To be fair.
Yeah, I like that. And we'll captain Savio. So then when I go back to Champion Rare Pro now, I've released those two other super rares. So that can make things a bit different because Couto is a super rare defender, is decisive capable, and I feel a wee bit better about sticking him in there. And then in midfield, if we have McGinn, I know he's going to play. Just don't know how well he's going to do if he's going to get 90. And then remaining, I've got Rodrigo, who we're not sure is going to start. He probably does play, but
he definitely comes off the bench. I wouldn't bank on him starting if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah. And then we don't have much else going around. We have wee Colombo. We could have played him up front instead, actually. Oh, that's maybe a better shout. We play wee Colombo up front, the wee guy we won. He's at home with Salernitana. We can drop Couto out of defence for... Do we like Guardiola? Robbo? Ayer? I kind of like Ayer's a really differential. Not differential that it matters, but I think he could be a sneaky one. He could really pop off a big score away to Man United, just dealing with stuff, but maybe not. 5 at the back, you can get crowded out of 80 in those games. I'm going to go Robbo. Rested on Thursday night. I'm happy with that. Let's see, McGinn plays, and then what would my best rare be then? Rodrigo, Bernardo Silva, who will be on to play against Arsenal. Taki Kubo, who's playing against my goalkeeper. I don't really care about that, but you guys might. Guardiola, Goretzka's.
It's tough to say.
That's a tough one.
Quite tough to say. Apparently, Solomon's out for 3 to 4 months, is what Big Ange has just said.
So McBride has just said. McBride has just said that Leon is 60% on Play Sharper. Are they really trying to mess with my head? They are. Oh, they're fucking mate. He was not on this a minute ago.
They're messing with you, mate.
That's legit, isn't it? Right, that's it. Goretzka's in a team. Right, that's fine. Oh, this is screwing me up. I can't put him in that 240 team now, because I just think this became sketchy as fuck all of a sudden. Do you know what I mean? I think the under 23 team stays the same.
You've got to keep that under 23 team, yeah, 100%.
I think the rest of the teams are... Sorry, I'm just showing them on screen now. So I've went with All-Star Super Rare. I'm going all Celtic. Damon's my best goalkeeper. Nothing's changing that. That's fine. Champ Euro Super Rare is like my third main Super Rare team. So like I don't think all the fixtures are that great, but the guys are in form and they're on to play, etc. So that's fine. And then with 240, I really wanted to play Goretzka over Roca, but that's became a bit shaky. So I'm going to play Roca just to be safe in that 240. So I want to secure that ETH. Okay, cool. So I think that means we're going to play Goretzka in Champ Pro Super Rare. With McGinn, maybe. McGinn is on to play. I just worry that he played 90 minutes last night and he's playing Sunday in a derby. I know McGinn's a big game player that could deliver in that situation, but I do worry that it's a bit of overload. But we go Robbo in defence. We go Goretzka in midfield. We go... do we maybe go Colombo up front? And then the last rare spot we have... Nah, we want McGinn. And then up front, are we going Take? Oh, no, man. I think I've goosed this up now at the last minute. Guys, we're running to the deadline and I'm beginning to flap.
You're fine. You've got 20 odd minutes.
I've wellied this.
Fine. You got time.
Why is he on there now? When did they last update that? Why did they do that? Musiala's still in.
Maybe Tuchel said something else. I don't know.
Aye. If any of you guys can help me out with that, by the way. Why not Santi and Magno? Magno's not on to start, Feder. And Santi, we just didn't. So,
I mean, it was close. Man, it was close between Santi and Ferran, but...
Yeah, man, I'm big time flapping what to do with Goretzka now. I really wanted him in this 240 team. I think I'm going to keep that 240 team the way it is. I don't want to mess with it. So then I think, actually, could I... The problem is up front. The problem is up front that I don't have a champ Euro striker because I've used that Savio. Rodrigo we're not as confident on. That's fine, actually. That's fine. Let's use Rodrigo in that team. I don't mind that because he is... I think he has got to feature in that game. Oh, I see Ayer. Yeah, I think. Oh, actually. Nah. No. Not going to do it. Oh, Colombo. See, that Colombo is an interesting pick as well. I think his cap's so appealing. I think he's on for 60 points this week. So then this makes me want to... Could I make a mad, super-powered... I don't want to make a super-powered 220 team, but that's what I'm just thinking now. Oh, I'm mad flapping here, Harry.
You're fine. You've got 20 minutes, mate. Loads of time.
I disagree. Doesn't feel like loads of time.
What was the initial like Goretzka plan? Like, where was he going to play before?
He was going to be in 240 instead of Roca.
Right.
And then...
Right. So why can't he just go in there? I know you're saying you don't want to touch it, but why can't he just go in there?
I just don't know. I feel this is like play sharper mind games. It happens all the bloody time when we're on this deadline stream. They change stuff.
I think they do it to F for you, don't they?
Oh, mate, it's brutal. It's brutal. There's been a lot of you supporting the stream, by the way. Thanks very much. We are trying our best to get the latest and greatest of intel to make sure I don't mess my teams up at the last year. I think I've taken Savio out of this team, which changes things as well. All right, let's go. Yeah, it's just that fifth spot. Even if I did go Goretzka, I feel better about him, and I put Colombo up front because I feel good about him. It's then the last rare isn't that great. I've got Take, who will start. He's playing All Black. It's just not that great a game. Away to Atletico Madrid for a winger. It's just not a good game. Mm-hmm. And then I've got Rodrigo, who Play Sharper says is going to start, but our trusted source isn't as sure. And it's just a difficult one. Did he not start midweek? Did he come off the bench, or he did start?
No, he started midweek. Yeah.
Get Kamada. I've still got Guardiola there. Tati. I'm feeling kind of no man's land. I think I've got I kind of want to build in our super rare team, but I've not quite gotten our super rare team to build, which then makes me think just go and put these guys into 220. But then I think this is going to be. Let's have a look at it. How crazy would this 220 team be? Or how cheap would the goalkeeper have to be? So Ayer's only 38. Goretzka's only 48. And then up front, I could play Colombo, who's 37. And then I'm left with McGinn at 47. I've got 50 points for a keeper. That could be really good. And that's kind of... But again, I played 220 last week with some of these guys, and I was gutted that it didn't put McGinn in a better team.
Yeah, I feel like 220s, you sell yourself short a little bit, don't you, really?
Mm-hmm.
For being honest.
Most accounts have Goretzka in. Yeah. Aye, okay. That's okay. I might just revert. Okay. Oh, do it. Aye, we do. We revert. Oh, aye, we revert. We stick to plan. Right, okay, we're going back to... Goretzka's into 240. That's fine, okay? Then that means, because I deleted teams. See, when I seen that news earlier when we were doing this, I deleted so many teams. So we've got that as under 23 now. I could have played that as pro. So I've still got Colombo and Couto. I'm definitely going to have a good 220 outfit then. There's just no denying it because I've got good cards. Or did I play a pro team actually? Could I get another pro team out? So, like, okay, I'm all over the place here. A second. Right, so let's go All-Star Rare Pro with all black. What could we build around that? We've got Angelino. Is he on to play for Galatasaray? I haven't even checked that out yet. I think he will be. Oh, guys, I'm flapping like mad. Angelino, 80% on. Yeah, we could take Angelino in a D3. He works. Where is he? Angelino. And then in midfield, we've got Santi-Rod, who could still score big. We've got McGinn. We've got Roca. Roca's who we want in mainly. Up front, we've got Taki Kubo. We've got Rodrigo. We've got Kyogo. Oh, yeah, that's much better than All-Star. We've got more options here. And we've got Colombo, of course, like we've mentioned. I'd take Kyogo in this one. Kyogo. I think we could... And then the extra one, we go and take McGinn. Yeah, McGinn's on too good form not to take. And then I think we captain him. Or Captain Kyogo. That's a decent D3 team, isn't it? We're making up for the problems we've got in Champ Euro by playing it in All-Star and bringing in Kyogo. I think this is the route to go. I think this is the way to go. I do worry that Roca and McGinn might be underutilised, but I'm fucking shaking it now, Harry. I've messed this up.
Come on, you'll be fine.
Let's see McGinn's.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. Oi. No, I don't always wait this close to the deadline, Black. It's just that we've had... Goretzka was in and out, and it's just absolutely wrecked me. So I think we'll stick with that. That's fine. And then 270 is the best of the rest I've got for rares. And how many keepers do I have left? I've only got 2. Vasilj and Freeze. So Freeze is too expensive for 220. So if I'm going to play a super 220 team, I kind of need Vasilj to be the guy that runs it. So we have Vasilj in, and then defense options. I've got Couto and Ayer. Couto's quite decisive, capable, and very cheap. So we'll take him. Illich away to Juventus, who takes set pieces, Harry, or box-to-box Llorente at home to Sociedad.
Oh, Illich.
I'd probably go the same. And then up front, we can go... Can we get Cunha? We can get Cunha and Colombo. So we've got 2 goal-scoring strikers, potentially, a set-piece taking midfielder, an attacking fullback. That's a great 220 squad. And I think I would captain Couto, just because I think he's probably the peakiest of the 3 this weekend. Cool. I feel quite good about that. So I can then go to rare 270 and just make sure Freeze with 58 points. Yeah, make sure anyone who's still good, who's not got a game, we get a game. So I'm looking at Robbo. I'm looking at some of the NYC guys might score okay, but I'm not. But yeah, I'm looking at Robbo. He goes in. We've got Santi-Rod. I've got Was. Some really good. Yes, it's pretty much them. I think Was is a wee bit cheaper. We'll try and put him in. And then up front, we've got JFR. It's probably the best shout. Yeah, JFR. Boom. And then 52. Oh, we can't quite afford Santi in as well. I do really want Santi in this team, but... So I think I want to try and downgrade Robbo in my defence to probably Guardiola. That'll save me enough points. And it's not exactly a worse option, and we can get Santi-Rod in. There we go. That's a good 270 team. And I think I'd captain Was, because he's at home to a minnow. Yeah. Minnesota fired their coach as well. If he's enjoying me panic, I might try and set it up a little bit more often, but not with the priority teams. In 220, I can take Flecken. And then in defence, can we put Robbo into this team somehow? Let's try it. He's 57 points. He's really expensive, so I would need a cheap mid or forward option. Does anyone jump out? I don't know if Moutinho will play for Braga. I don't know if any of these guys are uber cheap. Up front, I know I've got a super cheap striker in Gomez. Yeah, it's 29. And I've got 91 points left. So I don't know about the extra spot yet. Let's see mid. Ideally Lodero, 49. Parks. Goretzka. Let's just put Goretzka in. 48, why not? And then 43 points. Who is remaining? Affordable only. We could play Haksabanovic.
That could work.
Yeah, let's just play Haxa. He's got AA coming out his arse now. And we'll captain Goretzka for the banter. It's fun 220 rare team. And guys, we're in the World Cup, right? Harry, I don't know if you're in representing Team Wales or not, but I'm in the World Cup representing Scotland, and this is my team. I don't really know. I think it's a free... Well, I do kind of know. It's like 3 managers make the team, and it's country versus country. Okay. So it's me, McBride Ace, and Hoodwink. We're representing Scotland, and this is my team. So, Harry, I did the 3 special weekly Premier League thing to try and win a Premier League signed shirt or whatever. But I only bought 5 cards, and I want to give all 5 of those cards away when the competition's finished. But Eberici Eze is now injured and will not be playing. So I'm not going to go buy another card for the last match day because I'm nowhere near enough. So I'm going to take some of those pieces and use them for the World Cup, and I'll still give them all away eventually. But so I've locked myself into Tottenham versus Luton, and I've got Udogie and Basuma. So I should be reigning AA, captain, champion edition Hatate. You might have forgot I had this card because it never gets bloody used. And my Magno, which I won a lifetime ago, it feels like. So, cool wee fun team. It needs to go into All-Star Limited. What do you guys think? Is this team card capable? Harry boy, what do you think?
I mean, I thought, what happened with the Magno then? Are you banking on him starting?
It's the only limited of forwards I've got, I think, mate.
Right, okay. I was going to say, because you weren't too keen on playing him in rare. Okay. Raheem Sterling?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Away to Burnley?
Who they got? Oh, to be fair, he didn't play last game, and they won.
Let's check the protected team.
Magno's good for a goal off the bench, even if he doesn't start. I think you can kind of, sleep well over this next day. I think if he doesn't.
Sterling's on 60% to start in a front three with Palmer and Jackson. Mudryk on 40% for this one. Did Mudryk maybe get a bang or an injury actually?
Yeah, he's injured. Yeah, he is actually.
Let's go with Sterling.
Okay.
Or do we go Magno? I'm fucking terrible, aren't I don't know how he doesn't start. He's not predicted. I'm sticking with Magno. Oh, are we at the deadline? I've just panicked there the way this team's acted. There we go.
No, 9 minutes.
I still got my academies to do and everything else, guys. So I think, right, we've got the top order, my main teams. This is my big rare team, Harry. We're going with Hatate up front, Captain O'Reilly, Gold doesn't stop, and then Scales and Hart. That's cool. Under 23s and 240s, we've all kind of spoken about already. We've got Goretzka back in there. So I'm really hoping that doesn't backfire. We've got an All-Star Rare Pro team, which could be handy. We've got a good 220 super team for the guys that are in there. That's fine. 270 rare, 220 rare, All-Star Limited. Okay, cool. So what I want to do now is I want to make sure I've not used... what have I got left? So I'm going to go to Academy. And what goalkeepers do I have? Right, cool. No one that's playing. So I'm just going to rinse out some Academy teams really quickly. So sorry, guys, for this one. This will definitely be boring, but I'll do it as quick as I can. And it gives me a good chance to see as well who I've not used at this late stage. Have I overlooked anyone? Is there anyone that I would rather get in a team than not? But just a quick final click and a pop, and we'll just make sure we get all these in. I'm kind of gutted to not see Christopher Ayer get into a team for me this week, since he is predicted to start against Man United. And just watch now, he's going to deliver, isn't he?
Yeah, very potentially. 50-60 capable away to United. Maybe.
Yeah, no Magno in the team either.
Probably not, though.
Imagine they did. Imagine they do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's possible. Definitely possible.
And we're almost there, guys. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure anyone that needs some of that glorious XP gets it, because we train hard here at FC Barcelona and we want to make sure that we've got every crumb of XP at our disposal. And yeah, 2 more to go. We're almost there, guys. Take 2 seconds. Pop Tierney in. Zaki.
It's been a stressful one. It's been a very stressful one.
I was freaking out there, and I think I've just got to ride or die on. I hate saying that out loud. Do you know that? Actually, I'm going to make a quick change after this team goes in. I'm going to swap Roca and Goretzka. I'm just going to do it because I'm just itching. I can't stop myself from doing it. I just don't want to jeopardize threshold on it. Like,
yeah, I get it.
And I think, does Goretzka maybe? No, stop it.
You're cracking me up.
Stop it. No. See the problem I've got, Harry? It's a problem I want to have, right? But I've got so many guys that are kind of interchangeable, you know, and see so many times when you're doing like Sorare strategy stuff and it's like, oh, well, no 2 players are the same. But see, Goretzka, McGinn, Roca, Herrera, Illich, they're all kind of the same guy, really. And I'm just kind of thinking about who's starting and what game they have, because they're all guys that tackle a bit, pass a bit, do a bit of this, do a bit of that. They're not like monsters in one field, if you get me. And that's why I'm just losing my mind now, just trying to think about who is actually going to pull it off this week for me.
Roca has to be the safest, doesn't he, on paper? I know he didn't play midweek, but that doesn't mean... I think
he did play midweek, mate, and he played centre-back.
Did he? Oh, okay.
Because they're light in centre-back, and he's on to play.
Right,
He's definitely on to play. It's away to Alaves. I'm just worried that he doesn't get 90, or maybe he scores 52, or something crap, you know. But he's...
Yeah...
pretty solid, pretty safe. And he scored 2 decisives against Valencia last weekend. So, like, he's touching gold now. I don't want to put him in a crap team. I couldn't put him in a 220. You know, I think that pro team's fine, to be honest with you. I kind of worry about McGinn in that pro team, if anything, just because he played midweek, like I mentioned before, and other stuff, you know, so.
No, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine too. Oh, we like the Magno. Everyone's dropping the Magno or the Mango stuff in the chat. Love it. Talus Magno. Mango. Love
the
it.
Mango.
I've got some common teams to fire out as well, because you guys know I love to win those free limiteds. We've got one more academy team to throw out, guys. We're 5 minutes to the deadline. If you've enjoyed the supermarket sweep that we're doing here, then maybe we'll do it with the training teams and the low priority stuff going forward, if it was good entertainment for you. We do have a couple of cards to give away once the deadline does lock, so don't go anywhere just yet, guys. We do have 5 minutes to the deadline as I lock in this last training team and then look to lock in the commons. Harry boy, are you doing commons this week yourself?
No, to be fair, me and my girlfriend sat down and did her commons. I think she got like 7 teams. She got more teams than I do these days. She actually does, but no, I'm not involved in them this week, to be honest. I'm just, it's just too much. I've got like five academy teams. There's just too many teams going on, Quinn. I need to be condensed in that sense. You know, I'm not somebody that likes spreading myself too thin. And yeah, that's just kind of my thinking there. Have you got any going out?
I think someone's given us another card for a giveaway, so thank you very much, Linux2704. We'll give that away as well. So there's 3 little cards we'll give away after the deadline. So good on everyone that stays all the way to the end. But I play them all, Harry. I love playing the commons. I like them I don't take them too seriously, but I like to just make sure I plug them in. And I hope, like if they've got good fixtures and stuff, I like to think, I could get a wee limited. Maybe I could give away to someone. And you get some funny, tough decisions. Sané and Boniface. I'm probably going to go Boniface. And in the final spot, Sané or Wirtz. I'm probably going to go Wirtz since he's been rested so much, and probably just captain him. Yeah, I thought you'd have been good for scouting on the commons, Harry. I thought you'd have liked it for trying before you buy on some guys. I like it for that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really buy, like, the only cards I buy are under 23, really. So, like, you know, they're not really like the cards that you want to be playing in the commons. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to limit myself to just, or no one should just limit themselves, to just under 23 cards in the commons. Like, you're obviously free to play anyone, aren't you? You know, so
yeah.
Yeah, but no, they're definitely useful. I think there's definitely a room for them, but yeah, I need to concentrate, on my other teams, to be fair. But yeah,
I'm going to need to trade out Masaganikov next week. Since he's injured now. Oh, we're running towards the deadline, guys. I don't know if I'm going to quite get all the commons in. I think I might just about get there. Let's get the Premier League one in next. Pickford at home at Bournemouth or Leno at home at Sheffield. I think I'm going to take Leno.
It's got to be Leno.
What would you take, Harry?
Yeah, Leno all day. All day long.
Oh, I've got no midfielder for Premier League. I've got no midfielder, Harry. Let's try and register MLS. I've got high XP on this, and then we'll try and do some swaps. Nice. I can get MLS in. Oh, we've got less than a minute. Can we get a swap? Oh, send Solomon for 40 points. Oh, no. Are we going to get a 40-point card in? Oh, no. If we get 43 budget, who's the best 43 midfielder? Quick.
1 minute.
Oh, no. It's literally seconds. We can't scroll fast enough. We've got Billing, Reed, Jorginho, Fabio Vieira, Harvey Barnes, Sarabia. Oh, my God. No one I want to take here. Mason Mount.
You must just take anyone.
Oh, my God. TikTok. Kai Havertz. No, I think we're going to miss it. I don't think I'm going to get anyone in for Premier League. Let's say anyone. No, let's try and get Serie A in before the deadline. Quick. Skorupski, Ricky Rodriguez, Coop Miners, and then the Napoli lads for the banter. Captain Cravadonna. Oh no, we didn't make it. No, no, we didn't make it. No, that team's going to win now. Watch this. Guys, we're at the deadline. We're all locked and loaded. I hope you're better prepared than me. Let's give this a wee refresh. Now, guys, I did say to you, if we did go and support the Twitter stream, I would give away some cards. So we're going to go and do that now. Harry boy, we're locked and loaded. How you feeling?
Feeling good, mate. Yeah, relieved that no more stress now. And then, yeah, excited to open some rewards later on, actually, to be fair. So, yeah, I'm buzzing, mate. Excited.
Oh yeah, rewards are always good fun on a Friday, aren't they? Everyone's enjoying the white knuckle right there towards the deadline. Loving life, guys. Let me go and hide this screen. I'll go and get the Twitter picker and everything set up, Harry boy, and we'll go away and enjoy the rest of our Friday. So, guys, there was great interaction on the stream. So thank you very much to everyone that has got involved with it. We've had thousands of views. I think it's probably the most viewed one we've had. So thanks very much. 20 retweets, a bunch of comments. So fantastic. I'm going to pick comment at random. Okay, so as you guys can see now, I just came onto the screen here, and Harry boy, I'm going to do this, right? So you can't see me, and I'm just going to scroll up and down. People have gave us teams and have gave us posts and stuff like that. Scroll all the way to the bottom to make sure it all loads first, and then we'll go up and down kind of randomly. Okay, now I'm not looking anywhere, and so we've got let's give away the first limited that was just donated to this random one, since I wasn't expecting it to come in. And Harry boy, you can kind of tell me when you're ready to, I don't know, like stop or whatever, and then I'll stop on a post and we'll send them a wee DM and try and give them a card.
I'm a little bit behind, remember, so that's...
Yeah, it's fine. I've told you what to do, so just feel free whenever you're ready to say the word.
Wait, have you told me what to do, or have I don't think I've...
Yeah, you tell me when to stop whenever you think we're...
Oh, just say stop, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, stop.
Okay, Zinc. My priority lineup is Cap 240, and he's got some RSL cards, Harry, after we spoke about maybe Kansas. He's got Stoichkov forward, which I think he plays for Levante or something, and he's got Musovski. Is he Aberdeen? No, that's a different Musovski. That's RSL as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's RSL, yeah.
So congratulations, mate. We'll drop you a wee message. Yeah. You have won a card. You have won a guy that plays for Leuven, Malinov. So congratulations, mate. You won.
Yeah, big congrats.
Malinov. You think? I've just sent you a wee message. Man City supporter as well. Love to see that. Now, I've got 2 cards that I want to give away myself, okay? So, first of all, for everyone that's been joining the stream. There's still a bunch of you here, but at 90 likes, guys, can we get over 100? Can you just push us over 100, guys? That would be lovely. But I'm also going to give away the limited I won the last week or something. We're going to give away this Daniel Steres now to a random retweeter of the stream as well. So we're going to get the wee retweet picker sorted. So some random person that retweeted the stream and got involved, we'll give this away. I don't know what we're going to do with the third cards now that we're going to give away. So I'll need to work that one out in a sec. Or maybe we'll just leave it at that. I'll give away this one now for the retweets. And then I'll give away the other one on the next one or something. That's fine. We give away 2 cards. Hold on, guys, we'll do it all. Wait, where's share? Share link, copy link. There we go. Sorry, guys. I just close. Right, show this tab instead. There we go. Right, so this is the broadcast that we've been using on Twitter. Thanks to everyone that has supported it. Invalid token or expiration. Don't know why.
Yeah, there's something dodgy going on actually with Twitter Picker right now because it's changed to X. I seen Fripp mention it. Sorare USA, because he wanted to do a giveaway of some sort and it didn't work for him. So yeah, I don't think it's working right now.
I'm pretty sure there is a button, but I can see there we go. Right, so I can see everyone that has reposted it now that it's called not retweeted. Okay, so again, Harry boy, let's just get the page up so we can see everyone that reposted it. That's everyone. Cool. Only about 20 of you here. So Harry boy, I'm going to move my mouse up and down and scroll up and down a bunch and hide my eyes. And again, whenever you think we've kind of shuffled the deck and we're kind of randomly all over the place with the mouse and the screen and everything, you can feel free to say stop.
Stop. What a stop that was.
Okay. The mouse is over here in the top right, so I'm really sorry about that. So we'll stay on this page, and now I'll do the same thing. I'll just move up and down, and Harry, you tell me when to stop.
Okay.
Just with the mouse,
3,
this is.
2, 1, stop.
And it is SO5MD. Congratulations, my man. You won Steres. Congratulations, mate. And we will get that to you after the stream as well. Now, we've got a Matija Ilinic. Now, I want to reward you guys that are still here on YouTube. We're at 99 likes on YouTube, but can you kick us over?
To the big one.
McBride, the generous soul, has just sent us an offer and a text message saying he's given us something as well. Okay, so we've got 2 more cards to give away. I'm going to give away a Matija Ilinic to someone in the live chat right now. We'll come up with a question. Either Harry, you can come up with the question, or I will. But McBride has also kindly donated another card to the cause, I think. Or, yeah.
I think of a question. Let's have a little think, shall we?
Oh, nice. Thank you very much, McBride. And Alvaro Terrejo. So we'll bring that in. We'll probably give this one away on YouTube also, right? Since YouTube's where it's been at. But at 101 likes, guys, absolute heroes and legends. Right. So McBride's card that we're giving away is in 3D. Now, you need to wait until after the stream because I'll need to transfer over or whatever. But an Alvaro Terrejo, 26-year-old Espanyol midfielder. Look at that, Harry. D2. Fine little card for D2. Do you have a question in mind? I've got another one I can use if you want.
I was going to get one. Let me just get Sorare data up.
Yeah. Let's hear it, Harry boy.
And then
Harry's getting a question for us, guys.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yep.
What is Matt O'Reilly's L15 right now? Number.
According to Sorare data.
Sorare data.
According to Sorare data, Matt, right now, this second,
as I'm
Matt O'Reilly's.
There's a
15.
one correct answer already.
We've got it on screen now. It looks to be the same episode as the End Product podcast was this week, 69.
I think we have a winner in the first 69 I can see is Scotty LFC.
Scotty LFC, congratulations, mate. Let us know your club name, and Harry, you need to look out for him again, but let us see your club name.
Yeah.
And we'll get, Scotty, I see him there. Scotty LFC 69, I see him. So I'll watch out for him too. Let us know your club name, buddy, and we'll send you over the Alvaro Terrejo. Terejo.
Ian
Scotty.
Sorare was second on my chat, so
Oh.
with the correct answer, obviously. So unlucky there, Ian. But yeah, well done, Scotty.
Close, but no cigar. Okay, cool. I've got a question that we'll give into the chat as well. And this will be for the final card that we'll give away. And this will be the Matija Ilinic rookie that I've been promising to give away for bloody ages, but just never got around to it. So we'll give him away now. It's not that great a card. It's just fun. And I won it. So it's cool in that sense as well. So my question to wrap this up, Scotty LFC is his club name and it's spelled as it's seen there. That's good to know. Okay, cool. So my question is, we started this stream off. So guys, if you've been here this whole time, then God rest your soul, right? But we started this stream off with Mr. Midweek, Harry Trades, showing us that he has scooped in, finished in 4th in cap 240 super rare. To the decimal point, I want 3 digits, decimal point, 2 digits. What was Harry's final score as presented right now on Sorare data?
Ooh, okay. I don't even know myself. Let's have a look. I know it on Sorare. Yeah, it's the exact same. Yeah, they both match up nicely. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, we have a winner.
We have a winner.
Yeah.
So the answer I've got is 40627.
Yeah, yeah.
And let's see, what other numbers are they flying in?
So rare, Josh. I'm
so rare, Josh. 40627. So rare, Josh. Love it. Congratulations, my man. So rare, Josh Ilinic. And I think you are so rare, Josh, on so rare as well. But if you could just kindly confirm that for me again. So rare, Josh. I'm just going to see if I can find you. So rare, Josh. So rare, Josh, open to trades. I think it's you. I don't know. Sorry, Josh, I need you to tell me which Josh you are. Club name is the same. Is it just Sorare Josh or Sorare Josh open to trades? Because there is 2.
Yeah. Also, on a little side note, as far as giveaways go, I mentioned obviously I'm winning a tier 4 and a tier 5 rare this evening, as well as the super, which I'm buzzing about. I am going to be giving away that tier 5 rare that I'm winning. So if you want to come in and just watch a cheeky little stream later, only for 20-30 minutes or so, obviously at 7 o'clock UK time, yeah, I'll give away that tier 5 to somebody in the chat, basically. So if you want to give me your 20-30 minutes of Friday evening, then yeah, there's a tier 5 to somebody. I don't know who, and I don't know what card it's going to be, but it's a tier 5 rare nonetheless.
That'll be good. Yeah, for sure, man. I'll be tuning in for sure, Harry boy. I look forward to it, and I look forward to see what the big smashers you get is.
Yeah, it's tier 3, but there's some decent cards in there, honestly. Like, there's not, you can get lucky, I think. I know it's a midweek, so, I might get shafted a little bit, but there is some really interesting cards in there, like Super Rare Cruise. Not that I would want a Cruise right now, but like this Cruise. Yeah. Like, there's some random cards in there that are like pretty punchy, to be honest. So yeah, we'll see what we end up with. And no, I am really excited for it, actually. I can't remember the last time I can't remember the last time I won a Super Rare. That is not something that happens very regularly on this in this neck of the woods. So let's have a look. SO5 scores. Okay, I won Gameweek 391 was the last time I won a super for finishing 8th. Nice. 23 super. So, but before that, it was a really terrible super rare in Cap 220 a long time ago, actually. So, yeah.
You can win Goretzka. Really, you might be winning a Goretzka tonight, Harry boy.
Ooh, I would love a little Goretzka. Yeah, that'd be cool. Pulisic, super. And these are the ones that are quite not low down, but
Christian Eriksen. You want Christian Eriksen, don't you? International cheat codes.
Nice, yeah. Danny Parejo, super rare. Almiron. Wow. Some really cool cards in there, honestly. So I don't know, but then there's some that you wouldn't even know they're in there in that sense. So yeah, I don't know. It should be fun.
Well, good luck to you this one, Harry boy. There's 104 Sorare scouts and managers that have locked in their good luck for the game week. Thanks to liking the stream and supporting the show, the channel, the stream, all that good stuff. Harry boy, it's been an absolute pleasure. Good luck to everyone this Sorare game week, and me and Harry Boy will see you next week.
Yeah, massive good luck, lads. And we'll catch you next week.